It is now 1:45. His stream is supposed to start at 1:45. And yet, as always, he is late. So allow me to share this out to the world. Share, post. Last but not least, let's tweet. Well, he's still not here. He's not even in his chat. That person posting drama alert would have gotten banned already. Take a sip. Got my Dr. Pepper strawberry and cream. Addicted to that stuff. It's fucking delicious. On DSP. Pick of the lake. I'm doing all right. Made a fuck ton of videos today. Then I played a ton of Diablo 2 Resurrected because the new ladder season just started. Let's see. I made 5 videos today because I'm absolutely fucking bored. It's Saturday. Like, yes, I got a Saturday off for the first time in a long time. Hey guys, what you up to? I hurt my back. I'm just sitting at home on my heat pad. Hey man, what are you up to? I got the kids this weekend. They're going to take them to their grandma's. Hey man, what are you up to? Oh, I got stuck working extra shift today. Oh fuck, are you kidding me? I get a Saturday off and this guy's hurt. This guy's taking the kids to grandma, and this guy's got stuck on his own shift. Yes, I did. I actually made a video about it. It goes live tonight. All that dang trial. Hey, you finally made it. It's only 3 minutes late. Congratulations, DSP. Only 3 minutes late to your own stream. Well, technically he hasn't started it yet, so. Nice, Greg. That's delicious. It's like, man, I can't believe I got a Saturday off. This person hurt his back, so he's not moving. This person's busy. Taking the kids to grandma, which, yay, always a good time. And this guy's got stuck in his own shit. Like, man, this sucks. And it's gorgeous outside. I walked down the mailbox just to grab the mail. I was like, I don't need to grab the mail. Probably nothing in it. It wasn't, but junk mail. Like, you know what? It's nice out. I'm gonna walk down to the mailbox just to get mail, just so I can be outside out in the nice fresh air. Then I hopped on Diablo 2 and played that for like 3 hours. Started a new character for the new ladder season. Started a ice source. Got up to level 25 already. Man. Hey, Luis. I'm glad I got to see the Guardians of the Galaxy on Thursday. Like, man, I don't know if I want to go do that. But it's like, if you don't, it's just going to get spoiled. They're going to be at home on Friday or Saturday or whatever and be like, oh, hey, the entire movie's now been spoiled. Fuck. I want to make sure I got there and watch it first thing as I could. Did they get the new patch out for you, Luis? I heard they had the new patch out, I think, on the 2nd or the 3rd. Help make the game run better. Yay! Only 4 minutes late. Congratulations, DSP. You only started 4 minutes late. Jackass. This is something you do, well, 12 times a week. Twice a day. 6 days a week. Your entire life. And you can't get this shit done on time. And today is his React day, so what he's gonna do, he's gonna be on this channel forever long. Then he's gonna go over to his other channel instead of just doing the podcast on the second channel. Like, you could just do the podcast on the other channel. If I was a game developer, I would fuck with him like that. I would definitely be like, hey, you're a big content creator, so we're gonna send you an early code. Great. Crusader, how's it going? That's his thinking there, Greg. But if I do it on the React channel that I've been promoting all week, that's gonna be on the React channel, are they supposed to find me on the React channel? I don't know, maybe do it on the React channel? Not yet. He was 4 minutes late to his own stream, as always. I had a good day, made 5 videos. Then I fucked on Diablo 2, walked down the mailbox, it was gorgeous outside. But all my friends are fucking busy or hurt. Guy's like, yeah, I slammed a 24-pack of beer when I got home from work and laid on the heat pads. Like, the entire 24-pack? Yeah, it's like, how are you not dead? It's Coors, man. It's not real beer. Like, oh, that's because you drink Bud Light, but now the whole, oh, one can got to a trans person, now don't drink Bud Light anymore. Wow, what a triggered bitch. Chris, how's it going? So when I went to Texas a couple years ago, I made sure to go in March, because it's like, ooh. Was it March or May? Actually, it may have been May. It was March or May, but I was like, I better go early before summer hits, because I don't want to be there when it's 110 degrees out. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. I don't do the heat very well. Still handle it better than DSP, mister. It's 62 degrees out, guys. I'm dying in here. Like, bitch, are you kidding me? Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Didn't get to do what I wanted to do today since all friends are busy and stuff, but it means I got time for this instead. Had time to make videos, had time to play new latter season of Diablo 2. And actually, once I get done with this, I'll probably switch back over to Diablo 2. Oh, fuck North Dakota. Like, I live in a flyover state, but at least, like, I got Toledo that way, I got Cleveland that way, I got Columbus south of me, I got Detroit north of me. Like, if I want to go do something, I have places to go. North Dakota, it's like, I want to do something. Bitch, it's North Dakota. Well, you drive south, then you're in South Dakota. Still nothing to do. Oh, you drove west? It's Idaho. Still nothing to do. Happy to be here, Chris. Like, I moved away from Toledo, get away from Toledo, don't get me wrong. But I'm still close enough that I can be like, alright, I'm gonna go see the movie at the mall. I'm gonna go eat at this restaurant. Or they got an event in Cleveland I'm gonna go to. Or they got Humacon up in Detroit. Or they got Anna Marathon in Bowling Green. Like, I can just drive to those. But that year I spent actually living in Toledo, not just on the outskirts, actually in Toledo, was great because it's like, I'm hungry. What do I want? Mexican. Well, which Mexican places? 4 of them are within a 5-mile radius. I could walk to 3 of them. Wisconsin rhyming with mansion. Minnesota, go Vikings. I did not have tacos yesterday. Completely forgot about Cinco de Mayo. My friends like to call themselves professional drinkers. They don't drink on amateur holidays like Cinco de Mayo or St. Patrick's Day or New Year's Eve. They're like, it's Monday, let's get drunk. As opposed to, we don't need a reason to drink. Like I said, they call themselves professional drinkers. They don't deal with the amateurs. I'm going to use the restroom and then finish setting up. What is there to set up? You have nothing to set up, DSP. I'm saying I don't drink at all, which my friends love because that means I can drive them. Well, ever since they came out with the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, I make sure to have a can a day. I'm not usually big on soda, but the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper is fucking delicious. Although yesterday when I went home from work, I stopped at Aldi's. Well, Aldi's and Walmart, but the heck was looking for at Walmart. But went to Aldi's, like, oh, they got the chocolate milk. All right, I guess grab some chocolate milk. It was really good. If you guys haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 since it just came out, I'd suggest it. It was pretty good in my opinion. It was 2.5 hours, but it did not feel like 2.5 hours. Like, then it comes like, wait, what? It can't be in Ben 2. Oh, it's alright. With previews, it's actually been 3 hours because of previews. What I think Keemstar is gonna do to him? To him, nothing. Except be successful. Keemstar is gonna be like, alright, here's the Local Podcast. But I'm telling you, if they decide, alright, we're gonna have Wings and Boogie as the main characters on the podcast, and they bring on a guest every week, or you can bring on LTG, bring on RTU, but I think they get Chris Chan. Because Chris Chan is currently out in the wild. Chris Chan is currently out in the wild. So they get him on as a guest for the very first episode. There's 100 million views right there, I'm telling you. You get the initial people watching, and then, alright, I gotta get this clip, I gotta get that clip. Oh, I forgot to get this clip. People going back. Boogie and Wings will earn their money in that very first episode. He tried to pars, but Keemstar shut him down already. Like with everything else in his life, DSP failed. Womp womp. I just want to race. It's not in a car, because the car's going too fast, it scares me. Not on foot, because I'm a fat, lazy piece of shit. And how are we supposed to race, DSP? You're supposed to race me by giving me money. That's not racing. Ooh, King Cobra could be a good one. I think the show would be better off if they just did, like, guests every week. That way you'd have something different every week. Like, alright, we're gonna cover this guy who became a lolcow because of his anime rants and all that. And yes, she's 22 years old in the anime and she has H-cup tits, but she's short, so that makes her lolly. That's why this anime should be banned. And this is why everyone considers you a lolcow, because you're a jackass. Now you're our guest on this episode. And alright, we got the infamous LTG, who's a lolcow because of the FTG or the FTC and all that. No. Yeah, FTC. I know, FGC. Blech, I know what I meant. Oh, I'm pretty sure that is available. Fuck, I'm gonna tweet at Keem. Hey Keemstar, DSP Gaming copyright is currently available for purchase because DSP didn't renew it. Just saying. Or trademark / copyright, whatever it is. Survivor probably ain't gonna get played for at least till maybe the second half of the year. Because once I get done with Wolong, then I got Demon Souls, then it'll probably be Returnal. And I don't think I'd ever get around to playing Dead Island 2 on stream. Because this is going to be a game me and my friends play together. Although the one friend wants to get it, the other friend says he doesn't want to pay for PlayStation Plus. Because he'll pay for a year's worth and then, you know, play a game. Alright, well, we beat the game. Now what? Because considers it a waste of money to pay for PlayStation Plus for a game. Whether it was Dead Island, whether it was Diablo 3, whether it was Warhammer game we were playing together. Oh yeah, they could have Amberlynn Reed on there for an episode. Sorry, DSP, you are a lolcow, but you're not the only one out there. Love is crying. They're blaming me for not getting the $50,000, but it's not my fault just because I said no and refused to do the podcast. Like, you refusing to do the podcast cost them $50,000. They're very right to be pissed off at you. Can you imagine? I have an idea. You come on this podcast, you be a lolcow for 2 hours a week, every week. They pay you $50,000 up front. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'd be pissed at DSP too. Tiger Bird? I'm gonna guess it's pronounced. How you doing? Lolcow Farm Report. And if Keemstar really wants to get some money in there, get some of their detractors on there. Can you imagine 007 goes on there? Lummox goes on that show? And it's just like, alright, you got 10 minutes to rant and rave. What are you gonna do? Get Noel from over in Kiwi Farms area. Come on. Phantom. But it's not his fault he screwed them out of $50,000, guys. He had to. I'm doing alright. How's everybody doing today? It is now 2:03. DSP should have started the stream at 1:45 and then the podcast at 2 o'clock. Well, he was 4 minutes late, and now he's going to be 4 minutes late here, too. Because that is what he does, is be late to every fucking thing in his life. Thugs on the floor. You got thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the faces. Got thugs on the floor. Wait for him to get out of the goddamn toilet. 204. I'm surprised this song hasn't got hit for copyright claim yet. And it's mine. I'm pretty sure everyone else's belief that he never had a copyright strike. He had a copyright claim on the music. And so he just deleted everything. No, they're not allowed to make pennies off of me. If I don't get those pennies, no one can. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gee, DSP, maybe if you made... Really? What, DSP? Hey, Mike, change your name or say goodbye. Tired of looking at it. It's the name of his... You care, DSP? Are you triggered by it because you can never find it? I guess if I was as bad at sex as DSP probably is, I'd be mad at that name too. You know, one of his fans. How dare you have that name? That triggers me, guys. But it's not even a troll name. It's not a troll name in any way, shape, or form. It's not snore. It's not ack ack ack. It's not in any way, shape, or form a detractor or troll name. But he still doesn't like it, so he wants them to change it. Cat's wonderful sister, last I heard, is actually in jail. Not a surprise. Bitches just don't know. God, I'm tired of listening to this song. End it already, DSP.
Oh, fuck you. Not you, this guy. Not you. This guy over here. This guy. Oh, fuck you. Not you, this guy. Not you. Oh, fuck you. Not you, this guy. Not you. This guy over here. This guy. There we go. You're not dead yet? Here, I'm the third then. Fuck you,
Oh, Keemstar still working on that documentary. Because Keemstar mentioned he was going to work on a documentary and have it be on, what'd you call it? Netflix. At the same time, people getting banned and re-banned on socks. Oh, nobody is stupid enough to think otherwise. And how do you... But there is no way, shape, or form that name is trolling. It's just Mike Clitoris. Is it a bad pun? Yeah, it's a bad pun. But it's not in any way, shape, or form trolling. It is in no way, shape, or form trolling. It is literally just Mike Clitoris.
What the fuck? I went back in time. Going back in time.
I was about to start the god-awful intro. So we'll mute that because it's garbage. No sexual jokes allowed, dude, because he's never had sex in his life. No, that's not true. He probably had sex with Panda and may have had sex with Cat. And that's going to be about it. 41-year-old man living in modern times has had sex with two women.
My weekly React stream over on DSP React, as well as me having a follow-up to last night's discussion about the possible podcast coming up. All this and more.
There is no podcast.
On today's Level 1 podcast.
Keemstar kicked your ass again. Nope. Not created by you. None of this was created by you. Someone else made this for you and sent it to you. Now, this actual intro actually isn't that bad, but again, he had absolutely nothing to do with it. It's
Joe,
an okay.
Today is Saturday, the 6th of May, 2023.
It's not the worst thing he's ever done.
Well.
But he has nothing to do with it.
And by
so
the way,
created by me,
a
like
good weekend.
you have nothing to do with
I
it,
find
bitch.
you healthy and happy.
Not
and
that
if not,
bad. There's worse out
hopefully
there.
Today's show will do something about that and maybe cheer you up.
Gross.
Today, we are having a discussion
enough
about
for you
a little
guys?
bit of a follow-up. All right. And already we have an idiot spamming the chat, so I'm just going to go ahead and ban them. I knew it was going to happen. We have a little bit of a follow-up regarding last night's discussion of, a podcast, which is hilarious because when I basically talk about it fully on today's show,
I don't want to be Mr. Ban.
Podcast, and I basically put it to bed. Finally, we'll have some closure and we can stop talking about it because it's so stupid. But you're going to see that all this nonsense that I get pulled into, I literally have nothing to do with. Like, it's always people trying to pull me into their vortex of drama and nonsense. And I have no desire to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want nothing to do with it. I just want to be here every day with you guys.
Yeah, good point. What a nice way to start a podcast and saw someone in chat and ban the person. That's going to be the very first thing. Like, oh, what is this? Level 1 podcast? Click on it. Oh, you're a fucking moron. Ban! Alright, I don't think I want to watch the rest of this video.
Making fun content. Enjoying the discussions we have. Enjoying the gameplay I put out. Enjoying the react stuff I do and all that, right? So basically the way I see it is, I just want to be left alone with my audience and have a good time, man. I've told you, I have no aspirations to be a big YouTuber. I have no
He was offered
intentions
50
of ever
grand up
exploding in
front,
popularity
more on the
and
back
going
end.
virally popular or making
Turned it
tons of
down.
money or
That's
anything
not
like
his
that.
fault.
And everyone knows that because I've said it over and over and over. But then you
never
get
his
people who
fault.
kind of keep trying to bring me into their nonsense. And it's been about a year now that I keep getting pulled into this nonsensical bullshit, and I'm done with it now, officially, okay? And we'll talk about that. It's going to be one of the topics today. It's basically a follow-up.
You're talking about it again,
to the
DSP.
discussion that I had last night in a very brief video. It was about a 15-minute long video.
13 and a half minute video. 13 minutes, 37
We'll
seconds.
talk about this. About stuff I didn't even know about.
13 minute,
I don't know what's going on
37
with
second
this.
video about
Again,
he
it's
doesn't
never anything
care
I'm
about
involved
it.
in or doing. It's other shit, and then people have to tell me about it, and I get pulled into it, and I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of being pulled into bullshit. And today I'm gonna just end it on the show, so that way we don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, fair enough. Good. So it'll be a good closure discussion on all of that, so we can move forward positively. Today's my react day, meaning every single Saturday, we do a major show that has me reacting to clips as submitted by the members of my sister channel, DSP Reacts. And this week, again, tons of variety in the clips, although admittedly this week, I do feel there was a couple people that are trying to, how can I say, not necessarily derail the
They're not trying to derail, they're just trying to troll me by, oh, here's someone putting in for a job application. No, we're not watching that video. Don't forget, you spend $20 to become a member. $20 to become a member of his channel. And he'll be like, I don't want to watch his snacks. Or it's a 7-minute video. He'll watch 30 seconds of it. Okay, I'm done watching the snacks.
show, but pull that show in a direction we're not going to go. I think it's been many weeks that I keep telling people I'm not interested in lolcow stuff, and people keep posting up lolcow clips. There's people
That'd be
posting up,
hilarious, Greg of the
sexual
Lake.
clips and stuff like that, and it's like, all right. Today on that show, we're definitely going to lay down the law, so people understand the criteria and what the show is supposed to be.
Sexual content? Oh, did Derek
people
put
try
a
to
bunch
put
of
in
his stuff from
directions
his
it's not
playlist
supposed
on
to
there?
go, all right,
Oh.
and it's not to say that I'm not open to reacting to a certain kind of content, but if I've already reacted to it and it wasn't very good and I wasn't interested in it, then why are you going to keep posting up the same stuff? Doesn't seem to make sense, right? Last week's react show was really good. I think last week's DSP versus the internet was one of the best I've ever done because we had variety. It was like moving around completely different kinds of topics and things, and it was actually quite entertaining and fun.
Interesting in a
each
local podcast,
segment,
but he wants to
'cause
make a
I split
local
it up into
podcast
like
of his
20
own.
to 25-minute segments.
Just don't
I
call
had
it
like
local,
one really good
guys.
standout clip that I reacted to, and I really felt like it was entertaining, very entertaining, one of the most entertaining ones I'd ever done. This week, it'll remain to be seen because I haven't watched all the clips yet. But, going through the playlist last night, I can definitely tell you there was some stuff there that you can tell people are like, haha, let's get them with this one or whatever. And it's like, it's not the point of the show. All right. But anyway, I'm excited just to do the show every week. It's fun. It's a good variety show. It splits up the content rather than it just being about gameplay. Having that variety is very nice. And I'm looking forward to that today. So, as usual, we're going to have our full podcast here today. And I hope that you guys will stick with me and join me for it. And then after that, we're going to move over to DSP Reacts to do a fun react show. And I hope that you will join me for that as well, all right? Tonight, we will return back here for gameplay on the late stream, all right? So, good stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. By the way, I guess happy Coronation Day. If you live in the UK, I believe that
No one
King
cares about the
Charles
coronation.
is now being
People in
coronated,
England
although
don't care about the
technically hasn't he
coronation.
already kind of been the king for a while now since the queen passed away. I guess today it's just official. Although that's really weird too, because isn't it true that he doesn't actually have any political power? So wow, how is he the king?
Oh yeah, good point. He always watches them beforehand to make sure there's no troll content in there. Which means it's not a react. Someone sends me a music video of a song of a band that I've never seen or watched before. Like, oh, what was it? There was a German one where, like, the first half of the video was them on a boat and then them on a beach. Like, all right, this is a really nice video. Got a good sound to it. Then all of a sudden, zombies. Like, if I had watched that thing beforehand, 2-3 times, make sure there's no troll content in it, and then watch it and be like, all right, guys, here it comes. All right, here comes the zombies. Well, the fuck? That's not react content. I'm not reacting. I'm just going, all right, here comes the next part where the cool part happens. Because I've already seen this 3 times. Make sure there's no troll content in it. There you go. You could do, yeah, let's analyze instead of react.
I don't know. You know, I live in the United States, and listen, our stuff over here is just as stupidly confusing and weird, but it just kind of makes me scratch my head when they still have a monarchy in the UK when it doesn't actually control the country. Then what's the point of the monarchy? It's
The monarchy, for the most part, is tourist attraction. Like, Sweden's got a monarchy. Like, other countries have monarchies. It's just England uses their monarchy to bring in a lot of money. People go to Buckingham Palace. People watch, the changing of the guards. They go there specifically for that reason. They go, today we're going to see Big Ben. We're going to watch changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. We're going to do this. It draws in a lot of tourism.
like, oh, it's like our real life reality celebrities. Like, yeah, reality celebrity stuff is stupid. I'm like, it's dumb, right? Like, why are we even bothering with this? And in that country, I swear, do they not subsidize the lives of this royal family? Like, aren't they just rich from the time that they're born to the time that they die? They live in the lap of luxury. It's like, you're
How dare they be rich and have the lap of luxury that I can never afford? Because you assholes won't give me enough money. Ack, ack, ack. Jealousy just drips from him. Like the grease in his hair.
subsidizing that with, like, your taxes and stuff. Like, what are you doing? I really don't know. But again, there's a lot of things we tackle.
Does the royal family cost more tax money than what they bring in?
I really don't understand.
That's debatable.
If you guys over there across the pond are happy with the way that things are going, then good for you. Enjoy it. I'm not going to sit here and poop on it. Just saying, I don't get it.
As he poops on it.
But, yeah. Anyway, happy Coronation Day. I don't know what that means for many of you, if it's like a special day or not. It's funny because I've heard both sides. Like, some people are like, oh my God, it's like a huge, momentous, historic occasion that we'll remember forever. And others are like, yeah, don't really care. It's pretty stupid. So, interesting, right? Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. So, yes, today is Saturday. What we shall do is let us go through the schedule for the rest of the week quickly so you guys know what's going on. Then we will address the big topic, which is this whole podcast nonsense, which I'm pretty much done with at this point. And then we can move on to basically just kind of open Q&A and discussion. I looked for some gaming news this morning. I saw none. There really is nothing going on in the realm of gaming news today. So instead,
there is. It's just not on Twitter, so he doesn't care about it.
Before we
not on Twitter. Doesn't matter to him.
Okay, cool. All right. So schedule-wise, obviously, I've already told you. After this podcast ends, we're all going to move over to DSP Reacts and do our weekly reaction.
Not all of us. I'm
reacting
not.
to the clips that members have nominated. A good variety of stuff. You know, Ultra members guaranteed to get their clips watched, and standard members all competing. I want to say this week there was like over 60 nominations, but I had to eliminate a few because, like I said, some people just are basically either not paying attention to the show at all, or they're not listening to what I'm saying, or
because you're boring, you're a jackass.
To kind of, either annoy me or something knows not going to work. Like I said, if you've nominated the same clip 4 weeks in a row, and I've purposely skipped it, there's probably a good reason.
They spent $20, they submitted a clip, and you refused to watch it. You are literally stealing their money. You are literally stealing this person's money. If they keep donating $20 or whatever it is to get a video submitted, and they submit the video, and then you refuse to watch it, you are literally stealing their money.
At some point, you gotta like use your brain, I guess. But some people don't. Let me just keep submitting the same fucking clip over and over. No, I'm not going to watch it. And I don't need to specifically reach out to the person to tell them why. They should have some common sense. But I guess some people don't. I don't know. But for the most part, most of the clips were fine. And it's going to be a good show. It usually is a good show, good variety show. I enjoy doing it. It really is one of the major reasons why that channel works. Because as I told you guys, the vast majority of content that I put out on DSP Reacts isn't really monetizable. This show I'm doing today is not monetizable. I can't have ads running on any of these videos because we're reacting to other people's content. And 9 times out of 10, the videos get fully claimed. So it's not like I'm making ad revenue on the show. But the memberships, that's what makes the channel viable for me. So I hope that you guys would consider becoming a member.
You give me money instead of
upgrading your
YouTube corporations giving me money.
Member to make sure your clip gets in there on the show. That's it. Now, other shows, yes. For example, if I do a review of a show or a movie, the tier maker stuff, that stuff is definitely monetizable. All right. So there is some ad revenue to be had, just not a lot. It's more about the membership buy-in. Okay. And also, of course, it's about supporting the stream. So, for example,
he's rocking
if
hard.
you like the React stuff, support today's React stream. All right. That's a great way to do it. Is if that stream does well, that helps the channel continue to be successful. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Right after the show, you're going to see a pop-up on your screens. If you're here live, it'll say, hey, head over to DSP Reacts, and we'll all go over there, and we'll have a fun show this afternoon.
No, we won't.
Later tonight, on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it will be the continuation of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. And get this, we are heading into the biggest, most exciting part of the game, in my opinion. Like, there's a really epic part that we're about to engage with that is super-duper fun. And it actually has some of the best music of the entire game as well. So I'm excited for this segment. I hope that you guys will join me tonight. If you've played Final Fantasy V, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's super good. And, so, awesome, right? I'm excited for this, and I hope that you guys will join me tonight on the late stream for Retro Fun. Now, tomorrow, Sunday the 7th, I'm only doing one stream. It's going to be the Level 1 podcast, followed by Star Wars Jedi Survivor continuing on. It looks like we're actually going to leave this this planet of Kobo, which we've been on for a while, and we're going to head to whatever the next part of the game is. I think Kobo is going to be like our hub home world for the rest of the game. So that should be fun to finally kind of branch out and see what else is new in the game, and also to see if the game runs any better on the other worlds. I have no clue, but we're going to find out because, man, that frame rate has been bad. I am not doing a late stream on Sunday night. Reason being, I need time to film the private React videos for patrons. So, sorry, no Sunday night stream.
Event going on. That's good to know.
Hopefully, knock on wood, fingers crossed, like literally every possible thing, all right? If things go according to plan this month, I will not be missing out on any more streams. I missed out on Tuesday for bad reasons. I can't stream tomorrow night for, private React reasons, but I'm hoping that nothing else happens and that I can continue on normally for the rest of the month. In which case, I'll be here 6 days.
You're getting paid a fuck ton of money for those private React videos. It's going to happen with life, but,
you
make more on those private React videos than you do on a night stream.
So
stop bitching about it.
I'm hoping for the best, all right? Because I would really like to have a really solid month. We got so much going on this month. Continuing playthroughs, React fun.
I've heard a lot of people complain about having to go back and forth.
I want to be here for you. I want to be able to put out the consistent content that you know me for.
You got to keep backtracking. Like,
on Monday, we go back to full time. So it's going to be a double stream day, Level 1 podcast, followed by Elden Ring.
It's like those games. It's like, all right, you go to this planet, you do this.
Just got to the
you can't go to that area because you don't have the skill for it. But on another planet, you unlock that skill, now you go back to the other planet and
for me with my build this time around, because I am a mage build, right? I am a glintstone mage build. And the problem with that is, I basically made myself a glass cannon. I do tons of damage, but I need to be very evasive. Well, this boss is a ginormous boss that's very hard to dodge all his attacks, in which case, how am I going to beat him? If I get hit once, I lose the fight. I cannot survive one hit from this boss. I don't have enough health. So we're at a point where I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I'll try. But if I try for like 20, 30 minutes and I'm making zero headway, I'm probably just not going to fight him now. I'll have to move on with the game and do other content and maybe come back later on in the game and figure out a way, but I can't. It doesn't
because now you're on Kashyyyk, then you go back to Kobo, then you go
that's
to
the difference.
That death planet.
Runs is during your build or whatever.
Then you go back to Kashyyyk because you get the skill for it.
How difficult a certain enemy is. Like the Godskin guys, the big chubby Godskin Sentinel guys, those guys are tough now. And in the first playthrough, they were easy. And now they're actually quite tough. So, yeah, there's not much I can really say besides we'll find out on Monday, and if it doesn't work, we'll go do other content, and then maybe we'll come back to it later. All right, I'm already getting advice. Mr. Whisker says, you get more vigor or try using the Rock Sing spell, but equip the Arrow's Reach Talisman. So there you go. I was under the impression that you can't really beat Riker without the spear. Like, the spear is the gimmick weapon you have to use for the fight, and if you don't, he takes no damage. Like, that was my understanding, is that he literally takes no damage at all from anything else, like pixels. Like, if you remember, in Dark Souls 3, there's the giant guy you can fight, and if you fight him with normal stuff, he takes, like, no damage. You could beat him, but it takes, like, an hour. Or, you use the special sword, what is it, and then you can hit him. Same thing in Demon Souls. Remember in Demon Souls, there was the giant flying enemies, and there was really no way to hit them, right? And then you had to use the special sword, Stormbreaker or whatever, to hit them out of the air. Like, that's exactly what this fight is. It's a gimmick fight, right? So you kind of have to
Yeah,
do that.
they
But
usually
maybe
do
you're
that
right.
for
Some people
every
are not
game,
suggesting,
though.
why don't you respec? You
So
have
you know
multiple
to
tiers. Go respec your character.
it.
Get a ton of vigor. Beat them, and then come back. You know, do it again. You're right. We could do that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll see. We'll figure it out on Monday. All right. And then Monday night is something special. Monday night we're going to do something that you guys have been waiting for several weeks, and we're finally doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a tier maker late night chill stream over on DSP Reeee. We're going to be ranking. Get this. This is a great idea someone came up with yesterday. The Zelda games. Why are we ranking Zelda games? Because Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out that Friday. So what better time to hype up Zelda
play
than
it,
a
though?
Zelda tier
No,
maker stream?
what the fuck do you
Now
care?
Zelda has a ridiculous amount of games. Many of them I've played. Like I would say every console game I've played.
Actually,
I have not
let's see
played
who's
many or
actually
any of the
posting on this
handhelds.
channel, see
So
who's
it's going to be
played
hard
or
because
not.
some of those I'm just going to have to abstain from. But I think we'll still talk about them. Like what I'd like to do is talk to my audience live and say, hey, what did you guys think about, for example, the Minish Cap, or is it Minish Cap? I don't even know how to say it. I never played the game.
Yeah,
And
schedule's
see
not
if you
that
guys
far
like it.
yet.
How would you rank it, right?
don't know if he's actually gonna
But we'll
play it
have
or
those
not.
conversations. But for me, as you know, if I didn't play a game, I kind of have to abstain from it. But I have played every mainstream Zelda, the original NES, the sequel. We just played the sequel last year, right? What is it? Adventure of Link, Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. That's covered every major console one, correct?
What about
I
the
didn't
one on
forget
Game
any
Boy?
major console ones when I was mentioning those, did I? It's pronounced Minish. Okay, and I'm learning. I had no idea. I'm being told it's pronounced Minish.
There was one that was on
Alright.
Game Boy that I had and loved.
Cool. Now, I know there's been a bunch of other handheld ones. The one handheld one I did play was the one that they ported to console. What was it called? Link's Awakening? I think it was called Link's Awakening, correct? And that one is very similar to Link to the Past, I would say. So, definitely that one I'll rank as well. But, for example, yes, like Anso Kumar said, what about Spirit Tracks? Never played Spirit Tracks. Four Swords Adventures. Never played Four Swords. So, I can't rank ones I haven't played, but again, we can still talk about them, you see? So, I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun event. Monday night over on DSP Reeee. It'll be something different. The last time I did one of these where we ranked fast food chains, you guys absolutely loved it. And I think that this is
Something
gonna be,
different that you've done before multiple times.
pretty much just as good.
So it's not different. It's just
hopefully.
something
And
you've
plus
done
it's
before.
topical. It has to do with Zelda.
But it's
coming out that
different,
Friday.
guys. I
So it'll be a
swear,
good
because
time
this
to do
time it's
one.
about video
All
games,
right, so I
not
hope you'll join me for that
food.
Monday night on DSP Reacts. And then Tuesday, we'll probably do more Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And Tuesday night, we'll probably continue on with Oblivion, Shivering Isles DLC. And that is my streaming week, okay? Good stuff. Now, this coming week will be an interesting balance because I'm going to continue on, obviously, with Jedi Survivor and Elden Ring. But now we've got Zelda in the mix, too. So now we've got 3 different games that I'm going to be playing at once. That's when things are going to get tough. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Whenever I'm juggling this many games, this is when stuff starts to get rough. So we're going to really have to focus in and see, like, what could be kind of finished first. Honestly, you know, from understanding, Jedi Survivor is very long. Elden Ring, you guys know, is long. And Zelda is going to be long. So we're essentially talking about juggling 3 incredibly long games. I am going to be playing Zelda all day long on its release day, both streams, to get a good tear into it. But outside of that, I guess we're going to have to try to figure stuff out, you know. I could put some stuff on hiatus. If we feel like I'm not playing enough of the new releases, I could suspend Elden Ring. I could suspend the Oblivion playthrough as well. I mean, that's one that
You're
always
never
was
gonna
meant
finish
be a
Oblivion
long
at this point.
A long form kind of
We're
downtime
playing
playthrough.
Oblivion for how many
And maybe
months
we
now?
suspend it and we start using every other night stream to play one
Ranking
of the
levels
other
of the
games as
alphabet.
well to make
A
more
finishes
progress.
lower than
I
you
would
think.
be okay with that. All right.
A is not in
We'll
the
talk
A
about
list.
it. All right. We'll see what happens once Zelda
A
comes
is actually
out.
C, but C I think is a B.
And we'll start to have discussions about what needs to happen. The good news is the rest of the month there are new games, but they're not necessarily ones that take massive priority. For example, there's supposedly a new Amnesia game called The Bunker this month. I haven't even heard anything about it. Like, I heard it's coming out, and that's it. So that's kind of weird. Like, you would think if it was a hype new Amnesia game, everyone likes Amnesia. Why is there no one hyping this game or talking about it? It's a little weird. I'll have to try to, you know, listen a little bit more for it or whatever. And then we've got coming out later in the month, this Lord of the Rings Gollum game. But I also don't know if that's anything that's going to be good. Again, it's odd. The game's about to come out, but we really don't know that much about it. What is going on with modern games that most of them either they get overhyped and they come out and they suck, or they're getting literally no PR at all. You don't know anything about it. Just like shadow dropping games left and right? So I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. I'm confused a little bit about the games for the rest of the month. It seems like June is packed, right? Like, June is going to be crazy.
Playing Oblivion
You're going to
for
have
4
Street Fighter
fucking
6,
months.
Diablo 4, and Final Fantasy 16. Just between those 3 games, that's a crazy month. But then there's other stuff in between. We got all the big gaming events are going on in June, including, you know, Microsoft and Sony and the Starfield blowout. Like, all this is happening in June. So June is going to be like this exciting kick-in month for gaming.
I just not realized Oblivion, his first stream of Oblivion is not on here.
Anyway, also remember, this month, coming up on May 21st. We have finally figured this out. Sunday, May 21st is DSP's
His first stream
Fight
of
and
Oblivion
Feast,
is not on his channel
the
anymore. I
Street
wonder what he
Fighter
deleted that
Hype
for.
Marathon. That's what we're calling it, okay? What's it going to be? On May 21st, I'm doing a variety of fighting game-themed related stuff.
You can never get shit in order,
mostly Street
can you?
Fighter, because we're trying to build up hype for the release of Street Fighter 6 on June 2nd. So this is going to include me doing incredibly difficult challenge runs on the hardest difficulty level of classic Street Fighters in the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. You'll pick the games, you'll pick the characters that I use in these challenge runs, okay? In addition, we're going to do multiple tier makers that are going to be fighting game related. Maybe we'll rank fighting game franchises, excuse me. Maybe we'll rank Street Fighter games against each other. Maybe we'll rank individual fighters from the games. We'll see.
Well, there's like 12 different Street Fighter 2s.
You guys like the
so
tier maker stuff, and since we're doing
you
one
do
on
Street
Monday,
Fighter
then we'll
2s.
wait 2 weeks and
Alpha,
we'll do more.
Beta,
During
Super,
that event, it'll space it out
new
enough that it won't feel like
challengers.
I'm overdoing it. In addition, I'm going to be trying
Yeah,
out
it's
cuisine
not bounties, it's
from the
challenges,
Street Fighter
assholes.
cookbook. My wife is going to make several different, foods and or maybe a drink, we'll see, from that cookbook, and I'll be trying them out live.
That fucking cookbook. He banned people in the past for bringing up that cookbook. Now he's going to use it for his channel.
At various points during the stream, taste testing them,
He
but also
literally
we'll go
banned
through the
people
pages
for
of the
bringing up
cookbook.
that
I'll
damn book.
read you the recipe and the backstory of each recipe, and we'll judge for ourselves if it sounds like something good and taste it and see if it's any good or not. Should be fun and interesting. Okay. Now someone else came up with an idea.
I had to put a
They
Craigslist
said,
ad.
would you do
Anyone who knows how to cook,
a
please come to my
WWE
channel.
2K Battle Royale with all created fantasy characters from Street Fighter? And I thought about it. I was like, I'd like to do it, but I'm thinking in my head, what Street Fighter characters have kind of been put into WWE 2K games? We're reviewing Ken, Guile, Zangief, Blanca, essentially like the original World Warriors, and Bison, they're in there. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, the Battle Royale is 30 players, and the problem is, in 2K, you can't do cross-gender Battle Royales. So it has to be all guys or all women. It's like, well, that's tough when you're splitting down half that. Like, there'd be no Chun-Li, there'd be no Cammy, there'd be no Rose, there'd be no Jury, there'd be, you know what I mean? Like, there'd be none of these characters that people know from Street Fighter over the years.
Well, you throw some Mortal Kombat characters.
And so, thinking
Maybe
about it,
you
I'm
do
like,
15
well,
Street Fighter, 15 Mortal
it wouldn't
Kombat.
really work then, right?
Perfect.
I was like, well, what if we do a Battle Royale that has other fighting game characters too? What if we include characters from Mortal Kombat and Tekken that are both game franchises that are coming up this year? Maybe then it would work. So let me put it this way. I'm open to the suggestion. If you guys think it's something you'd like to see during that marathon, let me know. But I don't want to commit to it unless you guys are absolutely sold that it would work. So let me know if you'd be interested
throw in some
in
Marvel
a fantasy
characters,
battle
Marvel
royale
vs.
that has all
Capcom.
fighting game characters.
Marvel
from
vs.
different
Capcom, keep the
franchises.
Capcom characters.
But
some Marvel
we
characters.
don't have to do it at all. You know what I mean? So there you go. We'll see. But anyway, I'm excited for this. This should be a great day of celebration and fun, all relating to fighting games, which will be great because I haven't done anything with fighting games for a very long time now. And this will bring up hype for Street Fighter 6 coming out June 2nd. So good stuff that's coming up.
That's
later
awesome.
this month.
I played it before.
The only thing we really need to determine for this month at this point, am I going to do any kind of a long form react event?
Or just do the Street Fighter event.
At the end of the month. Every month since I started DSP Reacts, I've been doing a long-form React event. The first month I did the Pro Jared documentary. The second month I did the Wings of Redemption documentary. And just this last month I did the Internet Historian marathon. So do we want another one at the end of this month or not? Now, yesterday I released a video on DSP Reacts. Essentially a 3-month summary of what I think about the channel. And trying to get feedback from my viewers. And I've gotten a lot of feedback already, all right? Here's essentially the feedback I'm getting. DSP versus the internet is a fun concept, but it's kind of disjointed.
It's not making me enough money, guys.
Like
you need to step it up and give me more money.
It seems to be like a 50-50 split. Some people like the idea of watching a show where you don't know what you're going to watch and like the idea of becoming a channel member and submitting their clip and getting their clip watched because it feels like they're an interactive part of the show. They've actually,
Well, you don't watch your clips. You've already admitted that you take the money every month. And
that's the point of the show, in my opinion.
React.
But a lot of people are of the impression that the show is too disjointed, it's too random, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people who submit the same kind of clips every week, and because of that, it gets stale. I would actually completely agree with that
2
sentiment.
Singapore.
I think that
food
last
videos, huh?
week we had a good, perfect mix of variety where it was like, okay, we had a food clip, but then we had a comedy skit, but then there was an animation, but then there was a documentary, but then there was another thing, like a comedy video, someone falling, and then it was it was something different, like almost the entire show last week
Love him to react
was
to llamas
variety,
with
and it
hats.
worked well. I think what happens is people see one video and say, oh, that worked, and immediately 10 more people must submit the same kind of video, thinking, well, if that clip worked, mine will too. But I don't think so. I think really the thing that works the best about the show is good variety, having a variety of stuff. So there's nothing wrong with a food video, but if there's
He
food
does make
videos
Christmas
from
boring.
the same
Now we're not
exact
buying you any
country
gifts.
every
What do you
single
get me?
week, then it can get stale. You understand?
I didn't want this.
So that's
I
what
wanted
I'm
iTunes
thinking,
gift
and I think
cards
that's
so I
what
could
it is.
buy
Some
more
people just like the
polls.
same thing every week, but a lot of people
Buy
don't.
me
They
an
want
exercise
variety.
bike.
It's kind of the point
Stupid.
of the show, you know. So
I don't need to exercise in the
we'll
best shape
see
of my
again
life.
today. We're gonna see when we do it what works, what doesn't. Like I said, after 3 months, I really felt like last week's show was one of the best, if not the best. We'll see how it works today. Like I said, I'll be honest with you. Today there was some stuff that I know for a fact people put in there to try to like cause problems, and we'll talk about it when the show airs. You know, after this podcast.
They put in a
okay?
Tevin video,
So,
guys.
there
I
you
can't
go.
watch Tevin. He's not white. I had to chew my fingernails the whole video.
What can I say? So yeah, that's some of the feedback I got. Some other feedback. A lot of people are like the reviews I do. They're saying we actually like the movie and TV reviews, but it's kind of absolutely right. If I'm not reviewing something that's new, like if there's a brand new movie that comes out on an on-demand service, or if there's a show that's now hot and everyone's talking about it, that I should review. Like when it, like I was reviewing the
Stop doing that, internet. How dare you?
Last of Us show. That's how this whole thing started on DSP Reacts, me reacting to the Last of Us show. So what's the next hot show coming out, right? What is it? That's what we need to know. Or what's the next video that's going to be on demand that people will want to see me watch and review? If we have those answers, then I can get those on-demand services and I can watch that
Oh, come on,
content and
internet.
review it for you.
Stop doing that. I like it, but I can't go to the movie, guys. It would cost me $50. I just saw brand new movie in XD. Those cost more than regular theater. I saw a brand new movie. Did not cost me $50. Didn't even cost me $40. It cost me under $30. But you can't do that, guys. But what if a troll sees me out in the public and they say snort?
As the content releases live. But it doesn't really make sense for me to be
He should react to
reviewing
videos.
stuff that's 2-3 years
There's
old.
some older
or
ones
older.
be like,
I guess what people
remember
are
guys
saying
when they
is,
did that in
that
in
stuff that kind of the interest is already waned, right? Which sucks because what can I do? I'm at the mercy of what's available on demand. I don't have the freedom every week to run out and see a new movie and spend money. It wouldn't make sense. I'm going to spend more money going out and seeing a movie than I'm ever going to make on one of those videos,
But let's say, like with Homefront, got over 1 million views, but those 1 million views may have watched other videos on that channel. So he gets a hot review video that gets 10,000 views more than a normal video does, and those people watch other videos on that channel. Suddenly, hey, that video only made $10. But then those people watch these other videos, make me another $10. Then over the next month, they watch more videos. Suddenly, I made $30 off of one video in total. But he doesn't think like that. If this one video does not make me all the money, it's worthless. I say, a lot of the theaters, they have a cheap day. For my area, it's Tuesday. You can go there and see a movie for $5. Unless it's XD. XD costs more, or 3D costs more. But you see just a regular movie in a regular theater, it's $5 on Tuesdays. Or actually, now it's up to $6. Still, it's $6. You can get $6, then a large tub of popcorn and a large soda to combine for $20. And let's say you do the Cinemark movie app thing, where they give you free tickets and they give you discounts. Fucking hell, you can go see a movie with popcorn and soda and all that for under $20. Oh, you can do it for under $10 because of the discounts and you get a free ticket. So, I'm going to go see Cocaine Bear. Oh, use my free ticket. Cocaine Bear cost me $0. Oh, I got 20% off my soda and my popcorn. That cost me $9.82. I spent $9.82 to see a brand new movie. DSP can't do that, guys.
No. So basically, we need to figure that out. So I'm being told right now the D&D movie, right? It has gamer references. You don't need to know D&D for it. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. Where is that? Where is Dungeons and Dragons available? What on-demand service? Do I even have it? Right now, I have HBO Max, well, which is soon to be just called Max. I have Amazon Video, and I have I got rid of Hulu. I've canceled Hulu because we weren't even using Hulu. It was just sitting there unused. So I have HBO Max and Amazon. Where is this D&D movie available? If people are interested in that, right?
Here's how to watch Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves 2023 free online streaming on Paramount Plus, HBO Max. What? On HBO Max already? Nope. Video on demand, rent or buy. Okay. So you can rent or buy it through Amazon Prime and others. So it's available online to rent or buy from home. You don't even have to leave the house, DSP. You can sit at home and watch it.
Voodoo? It's on Voodoo? So Voodoo...
And look at that.
I have Voodoo.
Took me
but
5
the reason
seconds
I have it is because
to Google.
someone donated The Whale to me, and that was only available on Voodoo.
Whoa, look at his... He is shaking. His leg's bouncing.
No one's answering now. So everyone says it's available on demand. I say, okay, how? What is it? And no one's answering.
He is vibrating from shaking so much.
I would be interested in watching the D&D movie.
DSP, why are you vibrating so much?
Well, if someone has an answer, no one's answering me now. Anyway, so the feedback I'm getting is right now, the weekly clip show is important to the channel. It works, but it would be great if it wasn't the same clips every week. That's number one suggestion. Number two, people are enjoying my reviews, but it should be, it's Prime or Paramount. So it's on Prime Video. Let's check that. If it is, I can watch it.
You gotta rent or buy it, guys, so I can't do that.
It's rent or buy. Let's see. How expensive is it? Dude,
$20 to rent,
it's
$25 to buy.
$20 to rent. That's just as fucking bad as going to the movies. It's $20 fucking dollars to rent it. That's insanity.
Or $25 to buy.
There's no fucking way I'm spending that much money to see that movie. That's nuts.
That is less than a $20 pull. Because $20 pull, you gotta pay taxes on. So you can get a chance to win a Golden Cock Ring Hulk Hogan on WWE Champions, or you can watch a movie.
Wow. Is it on Paramount Plus as like
Yeah, he's got to rely on Chad to do everything for him to try to
just under the
make it look
program?
like he's an interactive streamer, not just begging.
It's the theater and streaming with simultaneous release price. I didn't even know it was in theaters. It is on Paramount Plus.
How do you not know it was in theaters?
I'd have to look into that. I don't have Paramount Plus. I'd have to see how much it costs and all of that. Maybe I would consider getting Paramount Plus for the month. If there's other content on Paramount Plus as well, you know.
There's a ton of content Paramount. There's a ton of content on every
Let me
single
know. Let's talk
thing
about
out there.
it. For this week, I'm good.
But you got to choose which one you want to
This week
do.
we're doing the special tier maker event on Monday, and that's enough content for DSP Reacts for the week, so that's good. But maybe next week I'll be looking to do it. So let's talk about it over this week. If Paramount Plus is how I can get access, and you guys want to see a review of that movie, I would consider doing it. Okay? Especially if it's, I'll do a 1-month thing. I don't have to keep that membership or anything, right? So anyway, that's the feedback I'm getting on the reviews. If I'm going to review a TV show or a movie, it has to be new. Me reviewing older stuff is not going to work. I'm always going to get very, very negligible returns on that. It's only if it's a new movie or thing that people are really going to care that much. Like, for example, when I reviewed The Whale, it had just won Best Actor, at the Academy Awards. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, it was like, wow, everyone was interested in my opinion on it, and so that one did well. I kind of get that. Okay. All right. So that's that. Other feedback. people love tier maker. Just in general, people are like, the tier maker stuff you've done on the channel is outstanding so far. Keep doing it. But also don't do it so often, because the more you do it, I was right. Basically, they're like, yeah, do it so that you only do it like once or twice a month. That way it doesn't feel like tier maker overload. If you do it more often, it's going to feel like you're flooding the channel with just what's doing so well, and that would make it less exciting or less interesting. So I'll probably do tier makers maybe 1 or 2, you know, a month. I think that makes sense, all right? Now, outside of that, the long form event. Here's where people are differing on their opinions on this, okay? Some people are saying, we love your long form events. Like, basically, we like the fact that you can sit down and talk about a topic at length. It's not you just doing a clip show where it's a clip, and it's like disjointed and all over the place. We have definitely been enjoying the longer documentaries, and even internet historian people are like, yeah, this is cool. You covered 3 completely different topics and stories, but you did it at length. And a lot of people say they're liking the fact that when I'm reacting, it's different than other people. A lot of people just hit play and they laugh and they go, haha, or they say one word and they just keep playing. With me, because I want to put out meaningful react content, I pause, I talk, I have discussion with the audience, we have things going. That's more than just me talking
begging
over the video.
It's more than just me begging, guys. It's you giving me money.
The feedback I'm getting. Again, I'm not watching the react content, but this is what people say. It's like, when I started doing reacts last year, immediately people were like, oh, it's so different. Why are you pausing constantly? Because that's what you should do. If you have something to say, you don't talk over the next topic in the video. You fucking pause the video. You talk about it so that you can be intelligent. But most people are like, well, no one does that. Why? Because they don't care about making meaningful content. They care about pumping out a quick video that makes them money. That's why. I don't care about that. I want to make something meaningful. So people are liking that. The problem is,
well, you've never made anything
when I'm doing
meaningful.
these long form reacts, all right, those videos are typically doing pretty good over time. Like, take a look at the internet historian videos now that the week has finally cleared. Most of them have 1,000 views or more and actually are climbing over time. What's happening is people are slowly watching these videos over the course of the week, which is good. That helps the channel. The problem is the streams don't do well. When I do these long form react streams, it's now been 3 months and none of them are doing great. You know, it's actually like a slow day for me on stream when I do it. And that sucks because these days I've set up to have meals and everything and I'm spending money on that stuff and it doesn't seem to be working out very well.
Well, you're going to be door dashing anyway, so what the fuck does it matter?
But do work out. And the feedback I'm getting is, we like the long form reacts. Please keep them. So it's like, man, it's tough.
You DoorDash so often, you couldn't remember the last time you made a meal at home. Don't be bitching, and I ordered a meal for the channel. You're going to order a meal no matter what. Shut the fuck up.
Like, what do I do here? Right? Like, do I not do long form reacts? Or maybe what I do is I stretch it out now and we do a long form react every other month. So, for example, at the end of this month already on the 21st, we've got a marathon set up. You know, DSP's Fight and Feast, Street Fighter Marathon hype event. So maybe that's the thing we do this month. And then maybe next month, we do a big react event. And that way it's not like 2 weekends in a row where we're doing react stuff. In addition, a big thing I just got, a big suggestion, and multiple people said this. This is a big one that I'm now going to take heed of. People are saying 2 days of reacting back-to-back is too much. So these weekends when I'm doing DSP versus the internet, and the next day I'm doing a long-form react, I'm being told that's just way too much, okay? So if I'm going to do a long-form react, essentially I need to split it up. Whether that means I have to change my DSP versus the internet day to be a different day of the week that week, or the long-form react is just not the day before or after. But people don't want 2 days of it in a row. They're like, we get burnt out. It's just too much 2 days in a row. We would like to have more variety in it. And some people say, well, just don't do DSP versus the internet the week you do the long-form react. That's not going to work. You got to understand, people are becoming channel members literally to just suggest videos for the show. I can't just cancel the show once a month to do a long-form react, and the members get nothing out of their membership for that.
Probably could, because it's your channel. You can do it
in business. Here's what you can do.
It's not like you're already stealing their money.
Value, and then continue to provide value and add more value. You can't subtract value, but continue with the same cost.
You do you
understand what I'm saying? So, an example here. All right. Twitter had a verified status. Then all of a sudden they said you're going to pay for verified status to keep it. But if you also pay, you get all these other features. You get the ability to edit your posts, to, you know, have incredibly longer posts, have unlimited video posts and all of that. That is a value added for paying. The only reason I'm not doing it is because I don't think I would get any value added from any of those, you see? If Twitter had said, we're getting rid of all verified status, you have to pay to get it back, but there's no added features for paying, then literally they're taking value away from something that already existed, but they're charging more for it. It doesn't make sense. No one would do it. You understand? So if I'm already charging you guys $4 for a channel membership and $20 for an ultra membership, and I'm telling you 4 times a month we do this DSP versus the internet show, 4 times a month you nominate clips, and we do this show. And then all of a sudden I say, oh, by the way, I changed my mind. Now once a month we're going to do a long form react, and that week we're not doing DSP versus the internet. So now actually you only get 3 shows a month for the same price. You can't do that. In business, that is a humongous faux pas. You understand? That's a really big problem. You can't do that. So, if we're going to do these long-form reacts moving forward, I do think I'm going to take everyone's advice. And I think what we're going to do is maybe what we should do is alternate. So maybe 1 month we do a special event on DSP
Stop
Gaming.
sucking
And this
at
month
life.
that'll be the Fight and
Oh,
Fuse
wait,
Street
that'll
Fighter
never
hype event.
happen.
Then maybe for June we do a long form React event on DSP React. And when we do it, we alternate it so that it's not back to back with DSP versus the internet. Maybe for that week we do DSP versus the internet on a Friday. We have a day of gaming
If
on
he actually
Saturday.
focused on
And we do the long
cooking
form event
instead
on
of ordering
Sunday.
food all the time, he'd
That
save
breaks it
so
up.
much
It's not
fucking money,
too
but it'll
much,
never
you understand?
happen.
But because we're doing that,
Wouldn't
and we're
surprise
taking
me
away
if
from
he
my
does
regular
that,
gameplay,
though.
that means there'll be no
I ordered a
special
mail on
marathon
DoorDash,
event on
time to
DSP
write off
Gaming
his
that
business
month.
expense.
All right? So I'm trying, let me know what you think, okay? This is a situation where we're learning, we're improving, I'm taking in all of your feedback, and I'm trying to do the best
I'm
thing
learning,
for the
guys,
channel,
it's like
for
the
content, and for
AI.
you guys, as well as me, you know?
Yeah, but they are
so
smarter
does
than
this
you.
sound right? Does it sound like we should be alternating, rather than just doing how we're doing now, a big event on DSP Gaming every month, big event on DSP Reacts every month? You know, is it too disjointed? Is it too much being pulled in all directions? Do you feel like we're not getting through games fast enough? That's another thing too. Like this month, we've already got.
You haven't gotten through games fast enough in
So maybe we
years.
should do a long form React this month. We'll wait and we'll plan it
You
out. for
turned a
next month.
15-minute
And,
demo
and
into
that
a
way we won't
2-hour
be
night
pulling
stream.
away from
Don't be sitting there talking
any,
about taking too long on
gameplay
games.
or you know what I'm saying? Does that sound good? I hope that sounds good. All right. Jade, you taking off soon?
You take a
All right.
6-hour game and turn it
We'll just
into
play
12
Vega in arcade mode
hours.
Street Fighter 2. That'd be rough. Vega's actually probably one of the harder people to beat the game with. We'll see. I hope you have a good day,
Burger King.
Jade.
What'd you
And
get?
tell us all about it tomorrow. All right? Cool. All right. So people seem to like this idea. We'll talk more about
Oh,
it.
the God-
But this is
the-
me taking direct feedback from the comments
What was
left
it?
on
Big
that video. If
King,
you haven't seen
whatever
it
it
yet,
is, so
it's a
expensive.
video on DSP Reacts that
Like,
that
Big
went up
King
yesterday.
is so
Essentially, the
fucking
video
good,
is
though.
important because I want your feedback
That's
on
so
how you think the
expensive,
React
like,
channel is
yeah,
doing and how
I
I can improve it.
can't be eating
And I'm
that
trying to
every
take it.
month.
So basically, the feedback is number one, try not to do the same kind of clips on DSP versus the internet every week. Promise I don't submit them. But I hear you and I agree with you. We shouldn't be doing the same things every week. We need variety. That's number one. Number two, if I'm going to do reviews, only review things that are new. Don't review older things because no one seems to care about them. Unless there's a special event or a reason to do it because it's pertinent. And number three, with the special long form React stuff, it's good, but don't do it every month. And don't do it back to back with another React event. So there you go. That's the feedback I'm getting. And so I think that's what we're going to try to roll with and see if it improves anything for anybody. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
guys
I
are
hope
telling
so.
me,
I hope
me.
that basically
So
now,
it turns out it
with
doesn't
this
work,
feedback I've gotten, that we can
and it goes
improve
to
things. I'm
shit.
bullshitting.
I can
You know
blame
what I mean?
you.
Like, I do
That's right,
feel
you for
that
fucking up my
not
channel.
having the full guidance of what I should be doing on the React channel has taken away from DSP Gaming a bit in the past couple of months because I haven't gotten as much gameplay out, right? So maybe now we can get back to that perfect balance. We'll see. But I like this. I like the fact
There's no
people immediately
perfect
say,
balance
okay,
with
we
you,
like the
DSP.
long
You can
form
barely
React, but
stand up.
give it a break from April, or excuse me, for May. Focus in on what you're already doing. Come back stronger in June with a better idea for a long form React. I like that. That makes sense to me. Okay. Okay. Good. All right. So, guys, I have a lot of shout outs to do, but we do have to talk about one topic, and I'm going to put it to bed for good. All right?
Oh, God.
Thankfully. I think this is gonna be the end
Keemstar
of it.
stuff
I'm pretty sure
now.
this is going to be the end of it because, you know, at this point, I don't think anything else is happening with it or anything. So, let's see. Let's talk about the topic. Let's get it out of the way because I'd like to get to shout outs and talk with you guys for the rest of the show. All right? So, I'm going to get through this as fast as possible. All right. Last year, Keemstar wanted to do a show called the Lol Cow Cast, which is going to be a podcast with me, Boogie, and Wings. He was going to offer us each $50,000 as a signing bonus to do the show. However, I never even entered a conversation with the man about it because he was unable to contact me at the times that I told him to contact me. He was also not willing to discuss it via DM or email. So it literally never happened. In reality, I'm not interested in working with Keemstar. I don't like the guy. I don't like his work, the work he's put out.
You're
I don't
completely,
like his
totally,
morality. I don't
100%
like anything about
jealous
him. I
of
don't want to
him.
enter a business relationship with him, period.
Keemstar said that he called him when he was told to call, and DSP refused to answer the phone. Who do we believe? DSP or Keemstar? Here's a hint. We all believe Keemstar. So, Keemstar did call DSP when he was supposed to, but DSP still refused to answer the phone because he's a bitch.
So, after those discussions basically never happened, a lot of drama happened where he was saying a bunch of shit about me and stuff. And it wasn't true, you know. Basically, I just kind of tried to stay away from it. Now, in the meantime, I had some discussions behind the scenes with guys like Boogie and Wings about maybe doing our own thing. Say, hey, what's stopping us from doing the show with each other? Like Boogie and Wings, or excuse me, me and Boogie had a couple conversations where it was like, well, he wanted to interview me. I said, I'd be willing to do an interview with you.
Because Keemstar has the contacts, he has the reach, he has the money, he has the lawyers. Because I don't know about you, but unless I get that shit ironclad writing, I ain't doing shit with DSP. Can you imagine, all right, DSP, I was on your show and you had like 300,000 super chats, right? So where's my cut? You don't get a cut. It's my money. It was my channel. Me gets all the money. But we said we'd split it. Why aren't you going to split it? I said we might split it, dude. But I said we're not going to split it because I did all the work. What do you mean you did all the work? You interviewed me. Like, I was there. Like, you were gonna fucking pay me. That's why I did your show. Well, I decided not to pay you anymore. Ack, ack, ack. What are you gonna do about it? Ack, 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 snort. Yeah, fuck that noise. Without a really good contract written by a really good lawyer like Keemstar has, I ain't doing shit.
You, and then maybe I can interview you back and we could have shared content or whatever. Like, that was some of the discussions that we had. Okay? But it never really amounted to anything. You know, one of the things I worked on, as you know, this year is DSP React. I was thinking that could be good content for the channel. They have an interview with him as something to have on that channel or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically, the whole thing's been off the table. And there really hasn't been much discussion about it. And then all of a sudden, during my interview with the side-scrollers, Keemstar shows up out of nowhere and interjects himself into the situation. Literally, he had nothing to do with the interview. Like, that interview was supposed to be about me and the shit that my haters say about me. What is Keemstar doing here? Right? Like, literally, like, what is going on? It didn't make any sense at all.
Entire video
right? It
more
was just confusing.
entertaining.
What is he doing
That's
here?
what he does.
Come to find out, apparently he's had a bug up his ass about me ever since I didn't want to do this show with him. And we had to talk about it or whatever, right? And at that point, I pretty much made it abundantly clear I want absolutely nothing to do with this man. All right? I pretty much tried to make it as transparent as possible. I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with your content. It's my prerogative if I do work or not with you, period. Okay? That was that. Like, that's the end of it. Now, in the meantime, he continues to show up on my streams. He continues to tweet about me. I want nothing to do with this guy. I'm just ignoring him at this point. I'm done with him. I have no more interaction with Keem. I'm done. All right?
As you continue talking about him right now.
Okay?
You're talking about him right now,
contacted
DSP.
behind the scenes by a third party saying that they're representing Boogie and Wings and that they're interested in doing this podcast with me, all right? And it would be just the three of us working on it. And essentially it would be like a three-way split where we all do a show and work together and yada, yada, yada. But no details are worked out because in the meantime, Boogie and Wings are doing this fight, this boxing match for Keemstar. It's Keemstar's event, and they're taking a payday to do it. I think they're getting like $10,000 each or something like that to do it. And essentially we can't talk details about the show until they get back from their fight, all right? I confirmed with Boogie and Wings, yes, this was legit. They said, yes, this person is legit. This is someone who we're already working with, and we want to do this all together. Okay? And so I said, all right, if you want to start talks about it or whatever, let's talk about it, right? I'd be willing to consider doing this, maybe trying it out, see how it works. You know, no details have been worked out whatsoever. It was just a discussion. I had a few emails back and forth with a guy who said that he was going to kind of be in the middle of this whole thing, and that was it. And where we had left it was, well, you know, we'll talk when they get back from their fight, okay? Now, the other discussion was that I told him outright, I'm not doing anything involved with Keemstar. So if he's involved, I'm out. And also, we can't use the name of the Lolcowcast because if we do, that would actually be grounds for Keemstar to be angry and upset and maybe try to do something because that was his idea. Technically, he's the one who came up with the idea that it was going to be a Lolcow podcast with people involved in all of that. And you can't just run with it and steal his name and all that. That's messed up. Not even just business-wise and legally, but even just, for me, I wouldn't be ethically okay with doing that. You're going to do your own thing. You got to do your own thing, right? So that was really the only discussions we've had. Nothing concrete. I literally never sat down with Boogie or Wings to talk about it. It was all through a third-party person that I was discussing this. And where we had left it was that, you know, it might happen. We'll see. Let's let their fight happen, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. And that was it. So all of a sudden, I hear that this week, I guess Boogie did an interview with side-scrollers. You know, I don't know anything about it. I'm not following Boogie, nor am I caring about side-scrollers at this point. And in the interview, he apparently...
You went from, I'm a huge fan of theirs. I've watched all of their content. So now, I don't watch anything they do. Fuck them.
Said a couple things. Number one, he's salty that I cost him $50,000, him and Wings. I did not cost him and Wings $50,000.
Yes, you did. Keemstar, I'm going to give all three of them $50,000 apiece to make a local podcast. They'll also make money on the back end, if they agree. Wings agreed. Boogie agreed. DSP, and I quote, "Now, how am I supposed to beg my fans for money if they know I got 50 grand from you, ack, ack, ack?" You cost them $50,000 a piece up front, not to mention whatever money they would have made on the back end. They could have made more money off of Keemstar and the Local podcast than they made in their other stuff combined for a year. And you said, and I quote, "No, ack, 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 snort."
The idea was made up by Keemstar, literally never spoke with me about it, or checked with me to see if I was even willing to do it or interested in doing it, because I decided I don't want to work with the guy. I didn't cost them money.
Yes, you did.
Keemstar cost them money by coming up with an idea that needed my involvement, and when I decided not to do it, he canceled the idea. I mean, I outright have said, why don't you just do the show with them? Why do I need to be involved? If I don't want to be involved, do the show with them and pay them the money you said you were going to pay them, right? So I don't get it. Why am I the crux of this show? Why did it matter if I was there or not? If I don't want to do it, just still do it with them. And these guys obviously need the help or else they wouldn't be.
And now they are doing it without you. And you need the help too, DSP. You're literally, right now, as we speak, crying and begging for tips super chats, memberships, super stickers, super thanks, behind the scenes, Patreon. You're literally begging right now for this shit. The only reason you're on stream right now is to beg for money. So you need the help too.
So upset about the 50K payday they're missing out on.
I'll probably be able
So
to beat
just
the
pay
Two
it, right?
Frog and Jedi Survivor
Now,
once he watches the guide on it.
You know, that's pretty much my opinion on the whole thing. But, you know, Boogie goes on this interview and he's mad that I cost him 50K. And then he says, well, yeah, so we are talking with Darkside Phil or whatever about doing a show. So he lets wind of it. He's the one who talks about it publicly, not me. If you didn't notice, I haven't said a word about this. It's been going on for a few weeks. I haven't mentioned it. Why didn't I mention it? Because nothing's happened. There's been no concrete discussions, no contract signed, no even details discussed. It's just, we're going to talk about it after the fight, right? So last night, I'm streaming Oblivion. And people keep bringing up, what Boogie said, what Boogie said, what Boogie said. I said, all right, enough of this. Let me just address what Boogie said. And I literally just said to you what I just said right now. I said last night on my Oblivion stream. All right? Way less people on the Oblivion stream. It's like 200 people there as opposed to the 450 that are here today. Okay? And I'm like, so that's what happened. So all of a sudden people are like, Team just tweeted about you. He says he's kicking you off the Lolcowcast, and now they're looking for a third host to join Boogie and Wings. You're kicking me off the show that I'm not on.
They're no longer making you a part of it. You're no longer able to get that $50,000 up front. Fucking hell. There's very little I wouldn't do if someone came up to me, I'm going to give you $50,000 now, then plus, I don't know, another $25,000 over the course of the next year to do this or do that. It's like with those, oh, would you work at a cemetery night shift for $30 an hour? It's like, fuck yeah, I would. I get to know all those bitches by their names. You wouldn't do a fucking podcast for $50,000 up front and more money on the back end because you're a jackass.
That's an interesting concept. I've actually never heard that one before, that you can actually get fired when you don't work for someone. Then again, it's happened before. If you remember, I was fired from Twitter when Elon Musk bought it, and I never worked for them, but nevertheless, I was publicly fired. I mean, even news outlets covered it, remember? So maybe this is a running pattern with me now, that I can actually get fired from things I'm not a part of. Anyway, so kind of interesting, because people are now coming to my stream to tell me that you're fired from the Lolcowcast. I'm not on the Lolcowcast. I never wanted to be. Like, what are you talking about, right? If you want to talk about delusion and being egotistical, someone who actually thinks that because they wanted me on their show, that I was on it, even though we never even had the discussion about being on it, and I never wanted to be on it, that I was on it, and now they can fire me. You're insane. Like, you're literally insane. Anyone will tell you, you're nuts. That's fucking crazy. I was never part of your team. I was never employed by you. You can't kick me off of anything I'm not in. All right? You're nuts. So, that tweet goes out, all right? So now, of course, my whole stream is derailed last night because all anyone wants to talk about is the Boogie thing and the Keem thing. So last night, I put out a video after my stream ended, and it was about a 15-minute video, essentially covering what I just covered very, in a nutshell, even more quickly today I covered it. And I'm like, so I really don't know what's going on. This is what's happening from my perspective. I'm supposed to be contacted by these guys after their fight to see if they're interested in doing the podcast or not. Again, no specifics have been discussed or anything. It's just an idea, right? There's a third party involved who apparently...
You ain't getting anyone anymore. The second anything comes up, Keem's going to swoop in and be like, hey, heard you're going to do a show with DSP. What's he paying you? Paying me? I had to pay him. And then I had to growl to him and beg him not to ban me the entire time. Well, instead of doing that, how about you come on as a guest on the Local podcast? You'll get you paid $5,000 up front and then 10% whatever that video makes. Okay.
He's going to be the one to wrangle it and arrange it and have all this going. And that's that. So I don't know what Keem's talking about. Seems to be like nuts or something. I don't know. Okay? So, I go to sleep. And I get up this morning. And I get bombarded with shit. Okay? So, here's what I get bombarded with. All right? So...
You're an idiot.
Many things have happened in the last 12 hours. By the way, just so you know, last night when I made that video, I did try to contact Boogie and Wings and the third party. All of them I tried to reach out to say, hey, what's going on with this? Because I don't know. I've heard nothing yet. We got Boogie going on a podcast saying he's salty about 50K. And you've got Keem making these tweets out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm just curious what's going on. All I want to know is what's going on. And here's the thing. I don't care either way, right? Am I interested in doing a podcast with the guys? I think it would be all right and fun to have a conversation, and maybe it would be something fun. At the same time, I don't see why on earth this is a big deal. I'm super busy with my own shit. I'm not desperately looking for a crossover event. You know what I mean?
Super busy with what? You don't do anything. You literally sit there and cry and beg on camera. You're not busy with anything.
Already got so much going on DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. This was just a nice idea to throw out there. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking hell, DSP.
So, there you go. You know, so
I thought it was the government.
It's not a big deal to me. In fact, I'll be honest with you guys. If these guys are gonna make 50K and they desperately need the money, and it means working with Keem and they're okay with working with Keem, then more power to them. In fact, that's what I've already said. Did I not literally just say, why can't they do the show with Keem and not me and still make the money? I didn't understand that. Like, why I, the linchpin, the crux of this show that has to be part of it, just do the show without me and still give them the money if they need it? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I would rather have that. I'd rather have the show go on without me than have a show that never happens, and now these guys were hard up for money, and they can get it, and now they're feeling bad about it, and they're angry at me for it. Like, what the hell, man? Like, why am I somehow getting... Again, you understand? Number one, I wasn't involved in a podcast at all. I wasn't involved in the Keemstar podcast. I never was. But I get pulled into the drama, even though I have nothing to do with it. I'm not involved in a podcast.
You were offered $50,000 to go on the podcast. You said, and I quote, no, ack, snort. Jackass.
Cast with Wings and Boogie. I never was. It's early discussions. Nothing determined. No contract. Nothing. Yet somehow Boogie goes on someone else's show, talks about it. Now I'm pulled into the drama again. Do you see how stupid this shit is? Do you understand why I don't want to be involved with other people? Do you get it? Like, this is why. Every
why
fucking
he doesn't want to be
time
involved with other people.
that this happens, they pull me into their fucking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I don't want to be involved with these people. If possible, I would like to make my own content for my own audience and continue to grow and evolve and make curated content for those who like it. I don't need to cross over into the realm of YouTube relevancy and become a known lolcow who now has viral popularity and makes money for making fun of himself. I don't care about this at all. Really. I've never actually actively sought it out once. These people come to me with their drama bullshit, and somehow then I have to, like, I'm literally wasting time right now on my own show talking about it because people won't shut the fuck up about it. All right? So that's why I'm doing this, so I can put it to bed and say I'm done with this shit. Okay? So, last night I did...
So last night you made a 13-minute and 37-second video. Now you're spending another 20 minutes writing about it here.
Reach out to Wings and Boogie. I did reach out to this neutral third party. It has now been 14 hours and no one's responded. So, being that's the fact, I'm going to just assume that the things that I've heard are real. And what I heard is that basically, after me talking about this on my show last night, Keem had a change of heart and decides he wants to still do the lolcast, but now he doesn't know what to do because he needs a third host. He doesn't feel that it's strong enough with just Wings and Boogie. So he started posting up and he's asking people on the internet, who do they want to see to be the third host of the show? Okay? Good for them. Good. Let them do a show without me. That's called the Lolcowcast because I'm not a fucking lolcow. Just because idiotic, mouth-drooling idiots on the internet termed that and made up a bunch of bullshit conspiracies and nonsense about me doesn't mean it's true. I don't care about what the fuck they're saying. I'm not going to be a part of your fucking toxic nonsense. I make meaningful content for a group. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Really, I'm not going to be a part of your toxic shit. I refuse. So have your Lolcowcast. Have people who want to self-degrade themselves for personal profit be on your show. I know one of them. His name is Rich from ReviewTech USA. Look into him because he sucks cucumbers and kisses cocks all day long. And he basically just continues to do toxic things that hurt other people, you know, like Keemstar, for personal gain. So maybe he'd be your prime fucking candidate for the show. I think he would fit right in with what you're trying to do if that's what the show really is about, which it seems like that's what it is. All right? So go for it. And by the way, leave me out. I want nothing to do with it. All right? So if this is the case...
And why do you keep inserting yourself into it?
Keem has essentially talked to Boogie and Wings behind the scenes and convinced them, oh, I want to do the show again. I'm going to pay you $50K again. Good. I couldn't be happier. I'm happy for them. Let them get the money they need and do the show they wanted to do.
While you sit there and beg your fans for more money.
I'm not interested in the Lolcow.
You're a bitch.
Our show, if we had done a show together, would have been very different than that. It would have been productive. It would have been positive. It would have been fun. It would have been
productive and positive, my ass.
Good for them. Let them do their shit. I don't care. And I'm done with it now. Because that's like I said, if 14 hours have passed and these guys aren't responding, obviously it means it's probably true. I guess someone said that Boogie actually did retweet Wings.
They got paid.
That Boogie retweeted Keem when Keem said that I'm out of the show. I was never on the show. Can't be out of the show. So, sounds to me, I hate to say it, that Boogie and Wings, sadly, may be in a position where they literally just have to be involved with Keem forever. They're doing this fight. They're going to do a show. You know,
They're
I
gonna
don't want
get
to be
paid,
into the drama.
they're gonna
and
make
nonsense.
money,
I want
they're
nothing
gonna
to
get
do
their
with it.
bills paid.
I'm really now done with this shit.
They're gonna be able to
You
pay
know,
off their
I'm not
V6
going to be putting up with it
Mustang.
anymore. I'm not going to let
Gonna
people
be
get
able
wrapped
to
up in
pay
it.
off their
my own
DoorDash
views and shit. It's so
bills.
stupid. What on earth does this have to do with the content I'm doing right now? Nothing. I didn't want to be involved with it ever. It wasn't my idea to be on a podcast with them. Like, I don't care about this. Really, I don't. I'm tired of people fucking coming and derailing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with it. And the sad fact is, I hate to say it, we all kind of know where it's going. We all know it's not going to work out. You know, people tell me stuff out of the blue. So during this whole time, when all this is going on, someone actually contacted me personally and said, just so you know, it's a really good thing you're not working with Keemstar. Because this guy,
Oh, random person just happened to email me, guys. I swear. What's their name? I can't tell you their name. Why? Because they don't exist.
people who work with him have a bad time and then end up getting backstabbed after the fact, but no one really talks about it publicly because Keemstar basically, you know, popular and people don't want to basically rile up everyone. So what I'm to understand, again, I don't know if this is true or not. I guess Keem started a new show called The Keemstar Show, which was supposed to be a daily podcast. You know, his attempt to get out of the drama alert shit, but do other content or whatever. So he started this new show and he had a host. Now, I don't even know the name of the host, but apparently the host had a falling out with Keemstar during the show. Like, they don't want to do she doesn't want to do the show anymore because they're not happy. And apparently Keemstar has gone out of his way to just destroy the guy, like completely kill his reputation and be like that this guy sucks. And, you know, I don't know. But, you know, the way I see it is you get involved with a guy like that, you're putting yourself at such great personal risk. And again, with all the stuff that Keem's been wrapped up in over the years, that's the last thing I want to be involved with. I got enough of my own shit going on. I don't want to be involved in toxic shit. When you hear stuff like this, you're like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm done. You know, I'm enough going on in my life. Trust me, with the shit that just happened to me this week, I couldn't be here on Tuesday and everything. The last thing I fucking need.
Couldn't be here on Tuesday.
I'm done with it.
What did you do, DSP?
So just
Can't tell
that.
you. So you said that you played video games on your phone.
All right. So it's sad.
Spending all kinds
it
of
sounds
money.
like maybe the idea of me doing a podcast with Boogie or Wings or something like that would have worked and would have been a fun show. But they chose to go with the realm of money. It sounds like. I mean, they haven't responded to me, so it sounds like they want to go for the payday rather than having self-respect. That's their choice. They could do that. Take the payday over self-respect. Go for it, and enjoy the money. And I hope that the show does well. And I hope that they, you know, whatever. I really do sincerely hope they do have a good business relationship with Keemstar. They don't get screwed over. But I'm not going to put myself into that risk whatsoever. All right, I'm just, it's not worth it. So, as of this moment, this is official. I'm making this official right now on my show and all of my content. I would never want to speak about Keemstar ever again. I'm serious about that.
As he
Never
continues
again.
talking about
If I
him.
choose to do it, then that's okay. But I don't want people bringing this nonsense up ever again. I don't care what he tweets. I don't care what he says. I don't give two fucks. The guy doesn't exist anymore. All right? To me, he's gone back to his fucking hollow tree to make his fucking fudge stripe cookies for the rest of his life. He hammered in the wood. He's stuck in there in his fucking with the rest of his Keebler L's, and I don't want to deal with the guy ever again. All right? I'm done. I'm officially have no desire to speak with it about him or to him. I have no business relationship with him. It's over. The children need their fucking cookies. So let him make his cookies, and I'll be here making my own content on my own little island for my own curated, you know, curated content for my own viewers.
Curated, you mean
done, all right?
a Nazi chat where anyone who doesn't say...
streams or any of my other streams saying,
The guy had his name, Mike
I don't care.
Litterus, and
I
you
have
banned
nothing to
his
do with the
ass.
man. Period. All right? Done. Completely done with this person. Now,
No reason other than he had a name
it's
called
sad.
Mike
It
Litterus.
seems like that now.
Not trolling,
I don't know.
not detracting.
I don't know what's really going on.
You banned him
all right?
anyways because you're
I
a
don't
bitch.
care either. It wasn't a big deal. This was their idea. They contacted me through a third party to get
Me,
this going.
Reeee,
Not me contacting
me.
them. They contacted me to do it. So it was their idea.
Oh,
They're going in a different
shit.
direction. Good for them.
You just said that you emailed them 14 hours ago and they never got back to you.
I still don't care. I'm still not involved. So I think you're starting to see the point I'm making here. Let's see. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Stop bothering me.
As he rants
And
about it
if I see
for
people
half an
continue
hour
to bring it
now.
up, you will be moderated and removed from my content because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done with it. There's no point to bringing this shit up. It literally does not affect me. It has nothing to do with me. I have a full agenda. I have all these games I'm playing this month. We have a special event coming up this month. Are you kidding me? June is going to be ultra packed with content with the new releases coming out. I literally have nothing whatsoever going on. And Naysayer just said something interesting. He says, at least this all came out now, not later after you got the whole thing rolling. Correct. This is kind of best case scenario. It really is. Because what if we had already started actually seriously talking, right? What if we had actually started negotiations and there was, you know, all this going on, and then all of a sudden there was a last minute change because Keem comes in and offers them money or whatever. That would have been different. That would have been
ton of
awful,
money.
right? So
A
you're
ton of
actually
money.
right, Naysayer. The fact that this all happened now is better for everyone involved than me wasting time and then coming out the loser at the end. All right? Please understand.
Third man
that.
probably
So,
are to you at this point.
there you go. I'm done with all this. I don't want to hear any more about it. I never want to hear
Or it
about
could've
Keem
been
ever
June
again.
the
I'm serious
King.
about that. If you ever bring him up, that's it. You're out. And
Who knows?
yeah, moving forward, you're not going to hear me address it. All right.
Going forward, never gonna hear me address it
if I even hear back from
until
these
he
two.
addresses
Being
it
honest, I
again
would
and
actually
again
now
and
be
again.
shocked if I ever hear back from Boogie or Wings.
Arizona, how's it
They signed a
going?
contract with Keem for $50K now, which probably was a rushed thing they did overnight to try to lock them out of doing anything with me. I doubt that they're even going to speak to me ever again. I would be very surprised.
Good, they
if I
shouldn't.
heard
No one
back
should
from them
talk to you.
on anything. All
You
right?
should be
But at this
ostracized
point,
from everything.
Again, you know I want nothing to do with these people. So please stop.
Lean
all right?
manual ban.
Just stop with the nonsense. I'm moving on with my own stuff. All right. And I hope you understand. And I hope that now we can move forward positively and not focus on the bullshit. Right? Does that sound good? I hope so. And by the way, I will say this too, because there's some people here like, what's going to happen to 672? 672 is fine. Yeah, he is or was. I don't even know if he is a moderator for Wings anymore. He doesn't do anything bad in my chat. People are allowed to watch whatever they want and enjoy whatever they want, right? So, oh my God, just because someone had an association with one of these guys, I don't care. I literally just told you I wish them the best. So why would I care if someone like 672 is in the chat or watches my content or anything, right? I don't understand why would people feel like, you know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Again, that's just an attempt to try to drum up even more drama. What you do in your own free time is your choice. You watch me, you watch Wings, you watch Boogie, hell, you watch Keem, you watch whatever you want. Good for you. You have the right to make those decisions as a human. That's the beauty of humanity, is that you're independent and you have choice to do what you want to do with your time. Now, I have the right to criticize what you do with your time, but it's up to you to make choices on what you want to do with it. Right?
Yeah, you better make the right choice and give me me money.
Biggest cheerleader of those guys, and I hope that, again, I'll be honest with you. If this is true when they do a show, I hope the show does well. I actually hope that this podcast does really well for them, that they make a ton of money, and that they maybe can get on their feet financially, and they don't have to be in dire straits with this kind of stuff for the rest of their life. I sincerely wish them success. I think they deserve it. I think they've been beaten down. They've been
No, you don't.
mistreated
You
by the
hate
internet,
them.
and they deserve
Because they're getting money
success.
that you're not
So I hope that they have
getting.
it. Okay? And that's my final take on the subject. No sour grapes, no drama, no nonsense. All right? Don't involve me with Keem. Don't mention him. I'm done with that shit. I never wanted to be involved with the guy to begin with. He's the one that started all this shit last year, not me. I don't want to be pulled into this nonsense bullshit anymore. I'm done with it. And if you bring it up, you're out of here, because we have shit to do. I'm way too old for this shit to be dealing with this toxic, insane drama nonsense on the internet. I want no involvement with these stupid drama circles anywhere. All right? Leave me out of them. All right? And that's that. All right? It's done. So now we can move on and we can actually get to a shout-out segment of my podcast. Fair enough? So we started off today with Balloon Kit, who had done multiple different super chats. His first super chat that he did earlier on, he said, I feel like DSP versus the internet is a good idea, but the most successful reactors usually react to TV or music. I know you can't, but I wish you could. The biggest reactors, basically, are big, giant YouTubers who don't really care if they get affected by shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm sure if I was a million view person, who cares if one stream gets shut down for copyright, right? So it's just like people say, well, if you just react to all new movies, you'd be good. Yeah, but I don't have unlimited time and money to go see all the new movies, right? To some people, literally, oh, D&D came out?
You literally have nothing but time. You don't have a job. You don't have friends. You don't have hobbies. You literally have nothing. Your mom does all your chores. I mean, wife does all your chores for you. And if she doesn't do them, you don't do them either. What? There's all this shit on the floor? Well, why don't you vacuum? I don't feel like it. I'm not going to do it. You have nothing but time. You have nothing but all the time in the world. You don't have to set an alarm for 4:45 a.m. to get up, get ready for work, go to work, be there at 6, get out at 2, go to the gym, work out, stop on your way, buy groceries, get home. No, you just wake up and go, I feel like streaming today. Oh shit, I was supposed to start my stream 3 minutes ago. Waddle, 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 waddle.
Oh, $20 rental fee? That's like nothing. That's like I found a dime on the ground. I'll just get it and immediately watch it and review it. I don't have that ability. I'm not on the scope of the scale of these other people you guys are bringing up. You understand? So there you go. You know, it isn't equivalent. You're right. It would be great if I could do what everyone else does. I can't. So thanks for understanding. And then Bloomgate had done another super chat. Says Paramount is CBS. There's lots of sitcoms and other stuff on there. And you're saying that Paramount Plus is the one that has D&D. All right, let's keep talking about it this week. And again, if you guys are interested in seeing me react to the D&D movie, I'll consider getting Paramount Plus maybe in the next week. Because like I said, right now I'm good with content on DSP Reacts. We got today's show, and we're going to have the tier maker on Monday, but maybe next week we'll be looking for more content, and then I could do it. I'm also interested, you know, if I get Paramount Plus and all I review is D&D, then it's not worth it. But if I get Paramount Plus and over the month I review D&D and maybe one or two other things that are on there, because you guys think that it's things people would want, then it makes sense. So again, let's talk about this, okay? So thank you, Balloon Kit. Now, tips. First of all, I received a overnight tip from Game Tracker, and this is a $30 tip. So let's go ahead and play an animation, and let's get Game Tracker up on the leaderboard.
Yay, shoutouts where he
Thank you
talks
very
about
much,
all the
Game
money
Tracker.
he just made that he cannot spend on getting a movie. Can't watch a movie, guys, with all this money you just sent me.
And let's see what Game Checker has to say this week. Excuse me. All right. Okay. He says, you know, normally I would say stuff
Can you
about my
imagine
own
he goes to the
submissions
theater
in
and
my
all of a
tip,
sudden,
but this week I'm going to give a round
hey guys, we got a
of applause
special
to whoever
person
submitted
watching the
that
movie
terminal
today.
montage Street Fighter
It's
animation last
Starside
week.
Phil.
I love that channel.
Who's that?
I'm surprised
He
that I didn't
masturbates
think
in
of
front
that
of children.
I have my next few submissions planned out already, but if you don't get submitted more terminal montage videos, I might have to start taking care of that myself. There you go. And here's what I will say. Yes, that animation of Street Fighter 2 worked really well last week. I thought it was funny. It was pertinent to the game. I loved it. But just because that worked last week does not mean this week we should have 10 of those submitted. Do you understand? Because this is what seems to happen. Someone, oh, that worked. Let me now do it. And then you get everyone submitting the same thing. And the next thing you know, sadly, it's too much of the same. That's what everyone's complaining about. The show is too repetitive with too much of the same content submitted every week. So, yeah, I'm glad. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think there is one. Like, I'm taking a look right now, and I don't think anyone submitted that style of video this week. I do see.
Hey, you
some
already
return
watched the
videos
video,
from
so
last
it's not
week,
really a
so we'll
react.
see how those go. I do see some unique stuff. I do. I see some completely unique stuff here.
Yes,
nothing
Darkside Phil,
like
don't
last
pull a
week,
Pee Wee Herman in the
some stuff I
theater.
do see that's kind of
Keep it in
repetitive
your
from last
pants,
week, which is bad.
please.
Right? Yeah. Some of this is actually going to be fascinating, I feel. Oh, I take that back. There is a terminal montage in here. There is. I didn't even know. I was adding these to playlist last night, but I didn't know the guy's name. Yeah, there's a terminal montage in here. You see? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I will see. We're going to go through this. I have to take it back now. It's in here. Yeah. I didn't even realize it. There's good variety.
Has no idea
like,
what he's
what
doing.
I'm seeing.
Good
Then
to
again,
know.
there's definitely repeat videos. I mean, look at this one. Hold on a second here. This one I'm going to remove if I can. Oh, I can't. Hold on. I'm playing it. Can I remove from playlist from here? Maybe I can't. Oh, shoot. I guess maybe I can't.
Do it, man.
No, I don't think I can.
I'm good.
Because this guy has 2 videos. I'm not going to watch 2 of this guy's videos back to back. We'll deal with it, I guess, when we get into it. I'm looking at it now. You know, the thing is, I'm going through these, and when I get to, like, video 50, I start to kind of lose it. You know? I start to lose the conscious thought, and it's just kind of like, just add it to playlist, as long as it's something that's not offensive. You know what I mean? Like, we've got, like, 58 videos here for this week, and there's no way we're getting through all these. So, anyway. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah. So, I guess we do have a terminal montage video there. Thank you for your tip, Game Tracker. Okay. Continuing on. I got a $1 tip here.
Cora, how's it going?
Oh, here we go. This is funny. Someone has tipped me $1. Says, if you do a tier list of different fighting game franchises like we're talking about doing during DSP's Fightin' Feast on the 21st, be careful where you put Smash Brothers. The Nintendo fans may rise up. Yeah, you're right. The Smash crew seem to be pretty die-hard fans of their game. You know, they held it in incredibly high regard. You're absolutely right. Listen,
And the good
I
games.
have been converted. And what I mean by that is, when Smash first started becoming competitive and they wanted to have it at EVO, I was staunchly against it. I was like, Smash is a party game. Smash is not a competitive fighting game. Under no circumstances should Smash Brothers ever be held at a tournament. Like,
'Cause you
seriously,
sucked at it.
that's how I was. But then when
You
I started
hated
to
it
watch
because you
competitive
didn't
Smash,
do
I was
well
like,
at
nah,
it.
I mean, it is a
Imagine
competitive game.
that.
I don't know.
I suck at it, so I hate
fully
it.
Call it a competitive fighting game because it
Why does
doesn't
that
really
surprise me?
contain many of the elements that would be considered a fighting game. You understand? At the same time, it is a competitive game. So, anyway, thanks for the tip. I received an anonymous $50 tip, and it says everything you said. No, everything you should so far is on point. Everything I should. What does that even mean? I think they meant to say everything I've said so far is on point. I think. But I don't know who this is. An anonymous $50
Wow.
tip.
Oh, I
It's
see.
weird,
Showing up with the
'cause I also
money.
got an anonymous $50 tip last night. out
Here
of
he
nowhere.
comes to save the day.
And usually I don't get anonymous $50 tips. Like, if I'm going to get a big tip, it's usually from someone I know. I mean, for now, I don't see any reason to not count it.
It's
but I guess I'm going to have to be paying attention, right? Seriously, this is 2 nights in a row now. Once during the Oblivion stream and once this morning. Yes, it now makes me wonder. I hope that these are legit. I really do. I hope that these are legit tips, because that is a huge tip.
It's OIC. Get
And,
over it.
Obviously, I'm appreciative of it, but I am hoping that it's this tip that's going to stick. I guess we're going to have to find out, right? You know, it is what it is. That's the nature of being a streamer, right? And you're going to have these situations. You know, do I trust it? Do I not trust it? I guess I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now, which will probably bite me in the butt later I hope not. Again, it's anonymous. I have no information whatsoever, so I don't know anything. So, we'll find out, I guess. All right? But anyway, in the meantime, thank you for the $50 tip. Okay? And let's continue on. Oh, actually, I should add it to the total, shouldn't I? And put it on the leaderboard. Duh. That'd be pretty dumb if I didn't. Okay? And keep in mind, I actually have no idea the exact time they tipped that. So I don't know what I was even talking about when they said that. This has been a long show, so I don't even know what topic was being discussed when they tipped that.
Not a show, DSP.
But thank you regardless.
That's a bitch fest from you.
Just throwing this out there. If you're going to tip and you're going to tip a big amount, I strongly recommend you make a name. I strongly recommend you leave a message. That makes sense so I can categorize who
the guy
you
you
are.
banned from the name Mike Latoris.
Or Kagome, I'll see you on the other channel. A few more tips to shout out. I received a $1 tip.
About to ban the guy.
All right. So, this is interesting. Someone says the consensus of being a lolcow is not determined by you. I don't think anyone actually chooses to be a lolcow. I mean, that's obviously a fair statement. But what is the criteria? Just because someone says you're something doesn't make you it.
Yes,
there has to be some kind of a actual objective criteria for it.
Watch DSP. That's a lolcow.
What is the objective?
That's all you need.
Determination of that point. That's what I want to know. Because you look at Wings and Boogie, right? Okay?
And they're just like you.
So what are their commonalities? Well, a lot of people shit on them. Maybe at one point they both had prominence, and now they don't have that prominence anymore, right? They're both overweight. Okay?
Just like
they're
you.
both white, I guess.
Just
they don't
like
even
you.
make the same kind of content, really, right? Like Wings does a lot of first-person shooter stuff. He does Dark Souls stuff and stuff like that. I don't think Boogie, I mean, he does some gameplay, you know, but I don't think necessarily that's it. Is it that they're, I don't know, is it that they're self-deprecating? Like, what are the criteria, right? Because I'm sorry.
Just like you.
Just because people shit on you, that shouldn't be a qualification to be called something negative, right? Like, if you are someone who has earned that title through consistent problems, failures, shortcomings, issues,
just like
drama,
you.
Right?
Just
For
like
me,
you.
I seem to be the kind of person, people pull me into their shit. Just take a look at the case in point of what we just talked about on this show. Literally, didn't have anything to do with Keemstar. He pulls me into his shit last year, right? Creates drama. I'm not even involved in it, but he keeps making more fucking drama for me. How is that weighed against me? Right?
Because you're a bitch.
I never
no one
asked
likes
for
you.
involvement or nothing. He pulls me into his toilet of shit, you see?
Always got to make it
Doesn't
about
make
poop,
any
don't
sense
you,
at all,
DSP?
right? It's just dumb. Mega Man NT says, a lolcow is defined by their ability to provide... Now it got fucked up. Hold on. A lolcow is defined by their ability to provide farmers with humorous content they milk. Sometimes, or someone who ignores trolls entirely or doesn't make content can't be one.
And you refuse
Well, obviously,
to
if you don't
ignore
make content, you have to be a public figure, or else no one would even know who you are, right? And ignoring trolls entirely, I disagree. I completely disagree with you. Because even if every single thing anyone ever said about me was ignored, they still fucking do it
don't
anyway.
ignore
You
it.
understand? Like, I feel like one of the reasons why some of the
Don't ignore it,
conspiracies
though.
against me have never been dismissed, or the reason that people still bring them up, is because I've ignored them, right? I refuse to discuss them at length. I refuse to
Unless, you're making entire
entertain them
videos about
and
them.
talk about them at length, right? And because of that, what happens? These idiots propagate the false conspiracy as a fact because they say, well, if Phil won't disprove it, it's true. Well, that's not true at all, right? It's bullshit.
it
Even in
is
a court
true.
of law, that wouldn't ever hold. That's, it's innocent until proven guilty within a shadow of a doubt. If there's doubts because you don't have the actual evidence, then it's not true. But that's the problem, is the drama they bring me into, right? Is stuff that I don't care about, I'm not involved in, The reason I had to talk about it today is because these idiots are derailing my content. They're coming to my stuff and derailing it.
Because you're not
And
ignoring
I don't
it.
tell you.
If you had ignored
my
it and
perspective
didn't try to
on
make your own
right?
Roll Cow podcast,
Then guess
it would've-
what?
this whole
Now it's all
half
true.
hour rant
right?
about
If I don't tell you the
Keemstar
truth about my
only
my
exists
take,
because
it's all true.
you tried to
So
make
if one
your
of
own
these guys
Roll Cow
comes out and
podcast.
says,
Because you refused to
slander
ignore
stuff
it.
about me. if you just ignore, and this is the thing, I've tried everything. I've tried directly addressing it, that doesn't work. I've tried completely ignoring it, that doesn't work. It seems like the best way to handle it is only when it directly is massively affecting you to the point where it's hurting your audience. Like last night, I had people coming to the stream, derailing my Oblivion stream. I had to address it, or people were just going to keep doing that. You understand? So I had to bring it up.
You had to, guys. There was no other choice. I don't want this. Had to, by law.
Like, they milk you for content.
Can you,
okay?
Obama,
you could literally do that to anyone. Right now, I could go to the Side Scrollers podcast and watch their show and milk them for content. I just choose not to because I'm not a fucking asshole, right? I could literally milk anyone for content, negative content. I can make fun of anyone and say, here's your shortcomings. Here's a part that's funny. Here's a part that we could fuck with people. What? But I don't do it. So how does that make them a lolcat? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I think this is a fucked up thing. I really feel that way. That this is a situation where it's like once people categorize you into this, you're fucked, and there's nothing you do that'll ever get you out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and what did I do to get into it? Well, 10 years ago, people started making fun of my gameplay, and I reacted poorly. And that's literally it. That's what caused this whole thing, because before This Is How You Don't Play, everyone liked me. There was no problems with any of the content I put out. It was all fine. All the shit that people deem as problematic today was fine before This Is How You Don't Play. But once This Is How You Don't Play came out, now everything that Phil does is bad. So now we must make fun of him for everything, and everything he's done in the past is also bad. You see? It just changed the whole mentality of the internet. So it is what it is. Let's move forward. I do appreciate people trying to explain, okay? I really don't know how to go forward, because as I've told you guys, I really
You've ranted about it so long you don't know where to go with it now,
nothing to do with any
Good
of
to know.
the drama shit, the lolcow shit, any of it. I have no involvement in it. I just want to sit here and make my own content for my audience, period.
He wants that video of
get a few newcomers
milking
here
video
there,
that Jordan Peterson
jump on
was
and
posting,
enjoy it,
doesn't
great.
he?
But I'm in no aspirations again to do anything huge, so I don't know why I keep getting.
I have no aspiration, guys, to do anything but beg you for money.
I never wanted
Thank you,
to be on a
DSP, for
podcast.
admitting it. You have no aspirations except
never
for
my desire
begging
to
people
do
for
that.
money.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay. I received a $6.66 tip from Dan the Man, who says, "Hey Phil, what's going on, Dan the Man? It's good to have you here today. Let's get your nice animation up there."
He's gonna be over $100 before he even gets to the React content,
Thank
guys.
you for that, Dan. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping.
damn near shit himself,
exploding
didn't
today.
he?
Sorry about that. It's very disgusting. Let's see here. Okay. I received a $20 tip from the anonymous person. The anonymous person chooses to remain anonymous, but I know who they are now. So there you go. So there you go. And with that $20 tip, we have hit $108 in tips. The problem is we're about to end the show. Okay? So you guys normally would vote on a hat, but I'm about to end the podcast and go over to the other channel. So here's what we'll do. We've hit the hat we've hit the hat goal. All right? And now everyone's guessing who's the anonymous tipper. I'm obviously not going to say. It's stupid.
Oh, I see. We all know
We've hit
it.
the hat goal. Here's what we'll do. When I'm going to, we're going to end the show. We're going to swap over to DSP Reacts. And when that stream goes live, I will post up the poll for you guys to vote while I'm still getting set up and everything. So that way you have time to pick the hat. And we'll have that for the beginning of the show. Sounds good? Okay. I too loved the terminal montage video, Derek. It was very good. Okay, what is this?
What's this guy?
I received a $51 tip from someone named Your Webcam Guy. Your Webcam Guy. And he says, "You can trust me. This is good and it will stick. Keep on trucking, baby." Well, there you go. Your Webcam Guy.
A mute button. Why would they ever use a
Has
mute
tipped
button, dude?
$51. That is now the biggest tip of the day, which is awesome. Now, the thing is, we already did the Gunner Glasses animation. There's no point in doing it again. So I guess let's do this one again, because this is a good animation. I love this one.
So
There
they
we
tip
go.
more than $30.
So with that, we have now hit
They tipped more than
$159 in tips. We have exceeded the tips goal for the stream. This is the first time we have done this in weeks. Like, we haven't actually hit the $150 goal in many weeks. So I'm very appreciative of that. So again, what we'll do is we'll do a hat pull, and then we'll do a vest pull when we move over to DSP Reacts. So you will have both a hat and a vest for today's show. Which means I'm probably going to have to turn on the air conditioner because it's going to get hot in here, me wearing all that shit. Okay. In fact, you know what?
You know what? Let's Google what the weather is right now. Because it can't be that hot.
I'll turn it on for now just to start cooling down the office. That way it's not going to be
66
super sweaty in here.
degrees. It is
Alright,
66 degrees in
Wow, you guys have been
Washington
awesome
right
today.
now.
Thank you so much, everyone, supporting the stream.
I gotta turn the AC on, guys. It's
$1.33
66 degrees now.
From Harry
fuck
Pepperoni
DSP.
Nipples. I think why people call you a lol cow is because you ask for money, and in the past, you did ask for money to pay for your taxes. I remember you did a stream for a $2,000 goal, but personally, I don't think you're a lol cow. What? Okay. What does that have to do with, again, I guess that doesn't seem to fit the criteria. If the criteria is you put out content that can be milked, right, for laughs or the lulls, that could happen to anyone. Like, literally anyone, you could microanalyze the content they put out and milk it for the lulls, right? I think what it is you find someone who is of a level that they can't defend themselves. Because if you tried to do that to a big streamer, no one would care. But if you find the little streamer, the innocuous streamer, the streamer without a lot of name notoriety, right? That's the person that you can do that then, right? I don't know. And by the way, I'm going to assume what he says is correct because, you know, in the past, many years in the past, I did marathon streams where I was trying to raise funds for particular reasons, and I wouldn't disagree that happened. I know for a fact there was several times when I had to kind of do like a marathon stream to make ends meet, notably around the time
You had to do multiple streams to raise tax money, and then you flew a woman in. Multiple times. And then you married her after crying for money. That's why you are a scammer. Guys, I'm going to lose the house. You don't want me to lose the house, do you? 6 weeks later. Oh, no, guys, I didn't really need money for that. I needed money to fly my girlfriend in. Round trip from Detroit, guys.
when the bankruptcy was going on, because I had all this debt, I had no recourse, nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like, it was all messed up back then. So I'm not going to say it didn't happen. It probably did. I don't distinctly remember the event, but I guarantee you it did if he's bringing it up. What I can tell you is this. I am very, 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 very happy that I don't have to do that anymore, right? That I'm in a position where I'm not doing these, oh my God, crazy emergency streams where I need help right away. Please support me. You know?
Guys, I hope I don't have to do that, but you do that every single day. You literally cry, guys, we're not getting enough tips. Why is support so slow today? How am I supposed to pay my bills tomorrow, my day off? You do this shit every single day.
At least I'm not in that position. Thank God, okay? I guess that makes sense, yes. So Kevin, first of all, says, you're funny, but I don't think you're a lol cow. Ginger Pete says,
Oh, he's so low cow. What now, internet? What are you doing?
I'm very...
Ah, come on, internet. You're doing so well today. Uploaded 5 videos, played a ton of Diablo 2 on Battle.net, no issues, and now this.
very, 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 very happy that I don't have to do that anymore, right? That I'm in a position where I'm not doing these, oh my God, crazy emergency
Every month.
streams.
Now you just do it
where
every day.
I need help right
Begging for
away.
money.
Please support me, you know? At least I'm not in that position. Thank God, okay? I guess that makes sense, yes. So Kevin, first of all, says, you're funny, but I don't think you're a lol cow. Ginger Pete says, for me, it was the camera was on the whole time moment. You know what? Maybe that you're correct in that. Maybe that's what it was. But the thing was, people harassed the living shit out of me before then. You know what I'm saying? Like, before that ever happened. And the other thing about that is, if that is the truth...
clickbait titles, And
does
of course,
that
the whole,
mean that
I'm gonna lose
lolcows
the
can be
house.
completely
I'm
different?
gonna lose the house.
Because if you're saying
Where
that,
do you think he's gonna lose the house meme came from? It came from you crying that you're gonna lose your house unless people give you all their money. And then you flew a woman round trip from Detroit multiple times. You posted a picture of you wearing long sleeves going, guys, I can't turn on the heat because I have no money. Please send me money now. While flying a woman round trip out of Detroit.
that was the moment, right? If that was the definitive moment, then you're saying that was one moment. So you're saying one moment in time can make that happen. But is that the equivalent to someone who is constantly making those moments, right? Like, let's talk a little bit real quick because I got to end the show. Let's take a look at Review Tech USA. This is a guy who outright, and I'm
You
not
have
insulting
to
him
end the
here,
show
he
or
outright
what?
says, I am a
You gonna get in
loudmouth,
trouble?
and I capitalize on it. He said this publicly.
Is your boss gonna write you up because you didn't end the stream on time? Oh wait, you're the boss. You don't have to do anything, jackass.
He says that if you're categorized as a loud cow, you should capitalize on it. So when he takes his shirt off and when he sucks a cucumber on his stream, which is a regular occurrence for what I'm to understand, that's something he's doing for personal profit and gain, and he's buying into the meme, correct? Now you can argue, well, he's a loud cow because he's doing this all the time, right? This is something that he chooses to do for personal gain. Am I right? So, okay, you call him a loud cow, it makes sense, right? For me, where is this coming from? Where on today's show did crazy stuff happen? Where in any of my usual content does anything like this ever happen, right? There was one really bad mistake that I made in 2016 because I was in a bad place in my...
You mean 2017? May 1st, 2017. Not 16.
personal life. It was a really fucking stupid thing, obviously. And since then, I've done everything I actively can to improve myself as a person, as a content creator. I've changed the format of the content I make. I've changed the style of content I make. I listen to active feedback.
Oh, it was 2006. What?
These.
No,
take a look
I
at me
swear it
playing
was
Elden Ring
2017.
today, right? And I'm dying and dying and dying.
It was 2016? I could have sworn it was 2017. What? Why does it say 2016? If you had bet me $50 on if it was 2017, 2016, I would have said 2017 and lost $50 there. Fucking hell. Why did I think it was 2017? Anyways,
Am I
alright.
sitting here and
My
freaking
bad,
out,
I was
screaming
wrong.
and raging and losing my cool? That happens every once in a while. But if you haven't noticed, I've tried to change. I'm not doing that shit. I'm really actively trying to become a better person and a better content creator, you know? So, does that mean because of one bad moment? I honestly would think something that's more lolcow-like that I used to do is back in the day when This Is How You Don't Play came out. And in my content, I would rant about how wrong it was that people were stealing my content and how immature and fucked up it was. It was just...
And then your copyright strikes failed. Mighty D wasn't even fighting them, and he still got them reversed. That's how bad you failed, DSP. You tried to strike down Mighty D. Mighty D didn't even fight them, and he still got it reversed. That's what you're pissed off about. I used to rant about it every day about they're stealing my content. And then you try to take down all those channels, and you failed. You failed on channels that didn't even fight the strikes.
stupid. I should have just shrugged it off. I think that's more lolcow worthy than anything I'm doing today. The stuff I used to do. But that's what I mean. I don't do that shit anymore. Actively, I've tried not to. I've tried to be better, you know? So, what can you do, right? Anyway, I think it's time for us to end this discussion. One thing I'm annoyed about, you hear my air conditioner, right? You hear it, right? It's going boom, 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 boom. It didn't used to do that. And I'm wondering what is actively causing the air conditioner. Hold on one second. If I can figure this out. It's not that. It's the top. It's the top of the air conditioner. Huh. So if I could, okay. So, can you guys hear it? Does it sound loud to you, the air conditioner? Because I think I figured it out. I think what's happened is, I've owned this air conditioner for many years, and the plastic on the top of it has kind of warped a little bit. So instead of being flat like it should be, it's kind of like a slight bubble. And because of that, it vibrates. I put my hand down on it and it stops. So if I can find something heavy to like just place on top of it, it may not make the sound anymore. The question is, what do I put on it?
I would say a book, but we all know he doesn't own any books. He doesn't read. Oh god, that's next, Phantom. I need a new air conditioner, guys, so it doesn't make any noise.
Shit.
Anything to keep him doing his job, huh? He could be going to the other channel right now and doing his React content, but nope. Walking around. Killing time.
How about my heavy as shit Xbox One? Let's make use of this thing. Yeah.
No, Phil can't read. That's why he doesn't have any books to put it down on it.
Okay. I think that works.
Does sound like it worked. But again, he could have been doing this before stream or during the break. At any time in his life, he could be doing this, but nope, he's got to do it right. Meow.
I think that worked. Yeah. You can still hear it running, but you don't hear rum 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 rum. It stopped it. I mean, it's kind of weird having an Xbox One box on top of my air conditioner.
You're the one who can see it, though. We can't see, so what the fuck do we care?
But as long as it's not freaking, making a loud ass noise. Okay then. Well, I got a use for my old Xbox One. There you go. I received a $5 tip.
Could have traded it in, get store credit or something to get new games. Anyways.
From, let's see here. I received a $5 tip from Arthur, who says, it seems like the criteria for videos you can submit for DSP versus the internet are changing. First it was anything, then it was nothing flagged for adults or kids, then it was nothing with excessive gore or sexual content, and now you're saying no repeat. Yeah, but you have to understand, it's an evolving show. I mean, ultimately, we're trying to make a show that's entertaining, correct? That's the point of the show. So, yeah, I get it. Okay, you became a member, you paid $4, you submitted your videos, they got watched, or maybe they didn't, and the point is we're trying to make an entertaining show for everybody, right? Or else, what's the point? I'll just say, submit your video. I won't even stream it. Like, what's the point, right? The point is content that people want to watch. You understand? So, we have to work on this together to make the show better. And I understand what you're saying. It's becoming more and more restrictive. You're right, because the show has to become better. If it's just unrestricted anything, the show will be complete nonsense. Here's the truth. If I didn't restrict it, I'm shitting you not, we would have probably 10 to 15 lolcow videos a week. Because some people keep trying to submit them. You would have over-the-top, stupid-ass, disgusting, gross gore and sexual content because people have tried submitting it. I told them, no, stop, we're not watching that. You probably would have seen the same kind of videos every fucking week because people keep resubmitting. I say, no, stop resubmitting the same video. If it's like week 4 and it was purposely skipped over, there's a reason, right? You understand that? So, it makes sense.
So you're planning on stealing their money every week and refusing to watch the content that they submitted after paying you the money to watch the content.
To make sure that there is some kind of a screening criteria to make the show better. This is a public show for public consumption. This is not, it's a private show for 20 people where they care,
exactly.
They want that. This is something that everyone has to watch together, you understand? So we have to make it better. It's going to get better over time. But I understand what you're saying. If you feel you're not getting, what you want out of the membership, it's your prerogative if you want to cancel it. Or if you have suggestions for improvement. If there's something further I can offer.
It's been very entertaining at
DSP
times
versus the internet
for
isn't
all
enough,
the wrong
what else
reasons.
would you like? right?
He's never been entertaining for
To
the right
get more
reasons.
value out of
makes
it.
it even
I'm
funnier.
open to your suggestions, for sure. I'd like to hear your suggestions. But simply saying, oh, it's more restrictive. Well, you're right, but it's for good reason, because the show would be worse without it. So what exactly is your point? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So Sarah had re-upped her membership for 3 months. Says, please don't get dragged back to the drama. I don't plan on it. Like I said, I've said my piece. I'm done with it now. Seems like everyone else wants to
He'll
live
keep
in the
bringing it
drama,
up over and
make
over and
money with
over
it.
and
They
over
can.
again.
That's their prerogative. I'm not doing that.
It's all
I'm done
he
with that crap,
does.
okay. So I think we're good, right? I think we're done. Can we finally move on to Can we come to the end of the show? And can we move on, because we got a React show to do. So we got to swap over to DSP Reacts, okay? And I hope that you guys will join me over there. It should be fun, all right? Sound good? Okay, thank you all. Great show today. I got what I had to say off my chest. Please watch the show to understand what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to have that nonsense moving forward. Thank you for your support. Like I said, when we switch over to DSP Reacts, what we will do is polls. There'll be a poll for the hat. That'll be determined by the beginning of the show, and then there'll be a second poll for a vest. That'll be determined by like part 2 of the show, and we'll go from there, okay? All right, guys, thank you so very much
guys,
for
does that
watching
sound good?
the Level 1 podcast.
Hopefully
Now,
it sounds
Swaggo,
good,
you don't get this
guys.
membership. Let's go to reacting. We got a long show coming. Yes. Thank you so much for that, and thank you all for your support. Happy spring, everyone. Sorry, I still need to look for outro music that's going to not be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because sadly, there's a lot of things that could be issues, so I have to look into it.
Make your own
Thank you for
music
watching,
then,
and
instead
I'll
of
see
stealing
you
someone else's.
Soon. Okay. Okay, guys. So let us swap over and get set up for the React show. Okay. First of all, let's see here. My camera should be fine. I just need to resize it. What I need to get the logo up, and I need to get the pop-ups changed.
I love that he uses his Xbox for this instead of PC. Like, what the fuck?
There we are. And obviously, I have to end the show. All right. And I'm going to change everything, so it's going to be, the new stream. What's going to happen is, within a minute here, you're going to see a thing on your screen that's going to say, hey, everyone, we're heading over to DSP Reacts. Come follow. Click on that. You should head over to the channel, and then within like 5-10 minutes, I'll have that stream going, and we're going to get started. All right, guys, so thank you very much. Great podcast show. Please, join me over on DSP Reacts if you so choose. If not, I'm back here tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, for a late night stream of Final Fantasy V. I hope you'll join me for that as well. All right, guys, thank you, and see you there.
No. God, what a bitch. I was thinking more Warlong today, but I wanted to see what he would do about the whole Keemstar thing last night, and it was glorious. Thank you, DSP. We're going on a 30-minute rant about how you don't care, and you're not part of it, and you want nothing to do with it, and it's not about the drama, it's not about Keemstar. For 30 minutes. Cut at the very end, Rocklight. How you doing? Hopefully everyone has a good day today. Hopefully everyone gets to enjoy their weekend. My friend's doing dinner and fight. There's a UFC fight on tonight, so I'll be going over there for that in a moment. Gonna get a shower and all that, get ready to head over soon. Because I'm like, DSP, I have friends. I got work tomorrow, but that's only 6 to 2. After 2 o'clock, I'm out. Woo woo. And I'm off on Monday, so I might see what one friend's up to on Monday. Because he always gets Mondays off. He works Tuesday through Friday. And he likes to use Monday for his golf day because it's, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. People at work, people at school. Golf course is open. Like, I want to go to this one. Oh, look at that. They have time available. I want to go to that one. They got times available. I'm going to hang out with him on Monday instead. Anyways, with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.